Hopefully we've got this working. We'll see. Been having some internet connectivity issues. But seems to be working okay right now. And no drop frames, that's good. Well, hello. Blah. I can't speak. Hello, everyone. If I still sound a bit nasally, it's because while I'm not congested, I'm definitely still getting over my cold, and I'm definitely still coughing, so it's lingering. I probably have whatever was going around in December 2025 to January 2026. I've got like a bottle of water with me. That should help. And today we're going to be playing Of the Devil Episode 2. We're starting it. Very excited to start. Nth Circle, the dev, was nice enough to offer a key for Episode 2, and I had every plan to stream it in December, but then I got sick. So there you have it. Excuse me. But it's fine. We'll get set up today. We'll get started on it. Should be a good time. And yeah, should be fun. I usually try to do voices for characters, but I don't know how well I can do voices with my throat as it is. So I might do a little bit easy mode and kind of keep it in my range. Everybody might kind of sound the same. Might sound a little nasally. I just kind of want to protect my pipes a bit. But I hope everyone's having a good Friday. Hope you're well. I guess we'll pop on over to the game, shall we? Hopefully it's... Yes. Excellent. So, I downloaded episode 2, which is why we're seeing this menu. I'll probably hit new case, just... Oh, pardon me. Just so that I start from the very beginning, because I did, like, start the game to get this menu. Start the episode to get this menu, but then I promptly clicked out of it. So I don't know if I click continue if it's gonna skip anything, just because that's not really a typical way to go into the episode, but I'll just hit new case and it'll be easy. But yeah, I don't really know too much about episode 2. Evidently I know Morgan has long hair. Looks maybe a bit younger. I assume it's a younger Morgan. But I don't know if this is gonna go between past and future a bit. Or not future, but like past and present. I do hope that we see our favorite little android, Girly Pop, if it's going between current and present and past. But I guess we'll see, eh? I guess we shall see. We should probably get into it. Hopefully, my internet will hold out. It was being a little finicky all day. It's been finicky for months, to be honest. So, we're just gonna hopefully get a tech out. Hopefully they'll book somebody soon. And, in the meantime, we're looking for probably different providers. But it also just might be our equipment. Our equipment might be kind of dying or something. Anyway. Let us select new case, shall we? Episode 2. Alright, I don't want to play high roller mode. I want to be in the typical mode. Yes. Yes. I probably should turn this down a smidge. Hold on. Alright. That should be better. Yeah. That is tempting, an exclusive phone charm. But not enough to tempt me. Not enough to tempt me fully. Yep. This episode contains testimony segments. Objectionable words or clauses will become red when you prepare to call on them. This additional hinting can be disabled in the... Oh, okay, cool. You can adjust either of these features at any point without affecting your high roller status. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. Standard, please. Save and load as often as you like for the perfectionist. Play like a real gambler. I love it. Alright, standard. You pick standard. Enjoy the mystery. Excuse me. Sorry. It's been a bit. Maybe we'll enable the tutorials for funsies. I could always take them off if I'm just like, it's boring. Is this our girl Morgan? But it's pink. Maybe not. I think Morgan usually speaks in red. Let's see. Oh, actually no. This usually is... This line sounds familiar. I feel like this is how one of the other episodes started. First question's an easy one. Who's your... Oh, never mind. Different. Who's your senator? Nothing's... Piece of shit still trying to lie to our faces. Oh, shit. Mathings is our sender man. Oh. What still? Shit, hey, wake up. It sounds like you stabbed him in the face. Like, what the heck? Ugh. From the top, I guess. Oh, yeah, no, they bashed my head in. What is your name? What is your name? Ikaria. Oh, wait. Was it Ikaria? Hold on. That's blue. Was that the scientist who... Hold on. I'm not gonna be able to find out this information. It's been a hot fucking minute. That's the scientist who built the android? No. Oh, I don't know. Damn it, it's been too long. I'll figure it out. We'll keep going. Hello, Erasmo. Oh, that's cool. What year is it? 2086? What did he say last time? 2027? Maybe this stuff's finally working. Oh. Dog does know how to shake. You can go for... Oh! Ah. It's going pretty good today, Erasmo. Again in the head. One thing I said. One thing I asked. Anywhere but the head. Not my fault he's got a punchable face. So we calibrated yet, or what? No. We're as close as we're gonna get with equipment this old. You want to get to the real questions, or does he need more softening up? Just said. I won't soften him up in the head. How about it? You still with us, Hound? Wait, Hound? You're gonna feel a migraine hit you like a tram in a few seconds. Do me a favor and hold on to the pain. Wasn't Hound one of the detectives? God, I don't remember. It's been so long since I played episode 1. Let go and the Barbadacine will drop you like an anchor. Don't want you a vegetable, right? Yeah, that's the spirit. Knew you were a fighter. Question 1. Do you know why you're here? Because you were too spooked to do this over a line? Oh? Oh. I'm always the right amount of spooked, Red. Hello. When I tell you there's heat, I mean it. I know, and I always listen. Oh. See? Breathable layers. God damn it. Oh my god. You laughed. Doesn't mean I conceded your point. You're lighter. You memorized the map. You kept it pretty vague, but yeah, Risk Incendi. I think I got the gist of it. You're that worried about a paper trail? Thank you, Raven Wings. I appreciate the lyric. Proactive Analytics just won a state contract for new trawling's algorithms that can de-anon an entire city block's crumbs in less than an hour. Didn't you read the financial section today? I'm more of a Sudoku gal. We can't all be as well read as Reinhard Diamani. I'm sending you the links, read them, and the rest of the news, too. Proposition 492 is going to be on the ballot this year. You shouldn't vote on it blindly. For a guy who makes the majority of his living operating outside the law, you should take your civic duties seriously. Information brokering isn't illegal. What people choose to do with my advice... Do you declare the income for it on your taxes? Sorry. I promise to take a look at what you sent over. Propositions. Okay. What do we got? Oh, look at my little keychain. I love her. Alright. Public Works construction headed to ballots. With elections coming up, a number of measures related to infrastructure, public works, and funding for city programs will be on the ballot soon. Read on to get an overview of some of the most hotly anticipated issues you'll be able to vote on for the coming months. Proposition 436 2D. Petition for City Council to commission cost analysis on public schooling. For the last several decades, all education has been handled through private institutions, typically associated with one or more corporate benefactors. While this has eased the expense of childcare and pre-university education for many families, some citizens regularly voice concern over children being treated as customers first and students second. There are several schools through the city that accept students, at no cost to their parents, but these are reliant on government subsidies, introducing the potential for waste and corruption, and are generally seen as subpar environments for learning. If enough voters say aye to this position, City Council will commission a study to evaluate the cost and feasibility of reintroducing direct public schooling to the city. Interesting. Proposition 492 1A. Funding of Atlas Pillar rejuvenation projects. Voting aye on this measure will direct City Council to fund the renovation and reinforcement of multiple Atlas pillars around the lower wards, paid for by a % increase in sales tax within city limits. Atlas pillars act as stabilizing points for the city's canopy, super infrastructure, and house all the largest public transit elevators that allow foot traffic to seamlessly flow between the canopy and street level. This measure is generally viewed favorably by representatives from the lower wards who acknowledge that the necessary construction will be disruptive, but point to language in the proposition that guarantees easing of zoning restrictions around the pillars as vital to reducing unemployment in the target regions. Okay. Previous comparable proposals that renovated city pillars north of the park have been touted as successful examples, and studies have shown that poverty is down and citizen satisfaction is up in the surrounding areas. Some number of city council members representing uptown districts have voiced skepticism about these economic benefits, but none have argued against the architectural reality of the canopy's need for additional structural reinforcement. Hey, Sandy Beach! How are you? How are you, Sandy? I just started. Which, exactly, of the city's older Atlas pillars will be targeted for this rejuvenation has yet to be disclosed. Past experience has shown that, due to the nature of vertically integrated real estate. Property values in the lower wards can either skyrocket or even drop into the negative based on which pillars are rejuvenated. Oh, great. And the city is wary of disrupting the real estate market in the lower wards with rampant outsider-funded speculation. Well, lots of articles going on today. Lots of things to vote on. Renaming Atlas pillars to honor local community figures. Nicknamed the Pillars of the Community Project in the headlines, Prop 493 seeks to rename the Atlas pillars around the city after local leaders and national figures, replacing the current system where pillars are given alphanumerical designations based on the streets they are built atop of. Few members of City Council have spoken explicitly for or against this measure, and polls show general support among the citizenry, with some questions about how the new names will be chosen. Oh, I love of the Devil. It's so good. So solid. Episode 0 and episode 1 were really, really good. Just very excited to play the second episode. Atlas was originally an internal name for the super infrastructure constructs, but leaked blueprints and contractor word of mouth spread the moniker, and it has become rooted itself in the culture in the years since, despite having what the mayor at the time reported describing in private as an ominous ring to it. Commission of report on victims of acid snow. Oh. The acid snow incident sits prominently at the forefront of the public conscience following the Greyfall documentary that premiered earlier this year. Previously underreported on, while the industrial accident did not create snow and did not in fact add acid to the atmosphere, the film's eyewitness accounts of the scarring children received that early morning nearly 2 decades ago as they played in what they thought was an unseasonable snowfall have spurred public outcry. If this proposition receives enough ayes at the ballot box, the city will commission a full investigation into the victims of the incident, including assessment of damages for what could one day be a public fund for medical treatment. Critics of the proposition argue that after 20 years, few of the victims will still be residents of the city, assuming they can be found at all. Others point to the state lawsuit Gendu Chemicals settled 15 years ago as sufficient compensation for the victims, though, as one of the conditions of that settlement, Gendu did not admit any fault of wrongdoing on the part of corporate leadership. Oh my god, of course. Sandy said, I've gotten like 20 people to play episode 0 at this point. Excellent, that's great. Oh, I remember playing... you know what? I don't even remember how I even came across Up the Devil. But I remember seeing episode 0. Oh no, I remember how I came across it. I heard about it through Insert Disc 5, who's the developer of Then Stars on Time. Because she promoted it, episode 0 specifically, and I was like, oh dope, episode 0 is free, that's really cool. And I checked it out, I streamed it, and it was awesome. And then I was like, well heck, now I'm gonna just buy every episode as it comes out. Interesting. What's going on here? IoT? Internet of Things. Right. Yes, uses of crumbs. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good, good. Alright. Cool. Where's the close fun? There we go. How can you be this calm? A chance like this doesn't come around. Well, ever. Frankly, I'm so surprised you're willing to put up the funds just to commission this thing. What do you think changed? Nothing ever changes in the lower wards, is what I would say if I was feeling dramatic. Heartbreak made organized crime look like a bunch of cowards hiding under rocks. Is what I would say if I was... Oh my god, sorry. How tired today. Is what I would say if I was feeling comedic. Don't joke about heartbreak before sending a woman off into the lower wards by herself. Cause you're such a delicate flower in need of protection. Talking about Morgan. Alright. I forgot her birthday's on the 26th. Nice. How about you start feeling analytic and give me a real answer? Fine, my humble opinion. The Rust made the first move. Demand for their products has gone up, so they set to work with their syringes and cleavers and vans. Mobile chop shops hunting for product to fill the supply gap. Supply gap? Can't spit without it landing on a Vitruvian clinic. How's the biggest it's ever been? What mods aren't being printed to demand? It's replacement parts, not the mods of the Rust harvest. Vitruvian, Howe, and the others aren't interested in helping you fix a faulty pump. They just want to sell you a whole new model. The Rust might not always be pretty to look at, but even law-abiding citizens will gladly swallow their distaste for a discount that steep. A lot of modders are veterans. Not easy prey. Correct. Hence the Rust stockpiling weapons, and in response, the Blue Bloods sensing escalation. That's just my hypothesis. I ever get pulled into an alley and wake up missing a kidney? We'll call it a formal theory. What else did I get? Rust. Domestic criminal organization known as the Rust is more accurately described as a loose collection of smaller gangs, racketeering operations that formed out of necessity rather than any particular shared value. Broad powers granted to the state and law enforcement to address civil unrest during the 60s meant that small to medium-sized criminal organizations could not survive on their own, as virtually all their members could be detained indefinitely if one or more members were suspected of racketeering, under new laws that classified gang activity as terrorism. While the Rust has evolved since its chaotic initial formation, the spirit of it lives on in the highly diverse culture of the Rust component cells or pods. Law enforcement officials disagree on whether the Rust meets the definition of a criminal organization, as many argue that the gangs that make it up are capable of operating completely independently of one another. I see. Some hypothesize that the Rust serves merely as a shadow on the cave wall, intended to make smaller gangs. Patterns of violence seem like well-organized planning. Oh, sorry. Intended to make smaller gangs as patterns of violence. There we go. As it stands, the Rust is known for its black market operations in illegal and illicitly sourced mods, offering military-grade or foreign-produced mods to civilians. They are particularly known for regularly assaulting and ripping mods out of their victims for resale. Jesus. Historically, the Rust have been associated with elevated levels of gang violence, earning themselves a fearsome reputation that has fortunately limited their ability to assimilate themselves in other segments of society. However, People v. Harmonike Systems, the state alleged that Harmonike had, on numerous occasions, employed the Rust as a kind of extra-legal mercenary force. Oh. He was ultimately settled out of court for an undisclosed penalty amount, but misinformation has persisted ever since, claiming that the Rust has endured despite its violent tendencies due to being sheltered from consequences by corporations who contract the Rust as rival mercenaries. Interesting. And we already know what mods are. Body mods. Okay. It's not like we're talking about a weapon of mass destruction. What makes the Blues think they can win a gang war with it? Maybe they found the right soldier to wield it. The idea lingers in the air for a moment as I gaze out the window. Windows and neon and advertisements galore float up past us like bubbles of air as we make our descent down into our beautiful city's scenic lower wards. How's this part going again? Through me, the way to the city of woe. Through me, the way to eternal pain. Through me, the way among the lost. Inferno Canto 3. Interesting. Welcome to the underworld, Dante. Sometimes hot, sometimes misty, sometimes choking with poison. Always dark. At the official forecast? More accurate than whatever's on your phone. Between the skyscrapers, the generators, the turbines, and the canopy. Every city block's got its own climate down here. 9 circles of fresh hell. If you get the reference, say something. Don't make me feel crazy for 5 minutes so you can feel smart for 5 seconds. The smog of the lower wards lingers on your skin long after you make the climb back out. This place clings to you. Unwanted, cloying attachment. But there's an honesty to all human interaction down here that makes it trivial for me to navigate, and it's got a nightlife rife with opportunities for someone with my particular interests. Sorry I couldn't get you anything else to work with. It was short notice. I know better than to bet against you by now, Red. But still. It's sweet of you to worry. But this is a surefire thing. Spoken like a true addict. I mean it. I'm here for business, not pleasure. I don't plan on leaving anything to chance. Okay. Avoid the populated streets. Turn away from the brightly lit spots. Follow the trail of graffiti and broken cameras, past food stands and steam vents, down the rabbit hole. It sounds more complicated than it actually is in practice. It's easy to end up on the wrong side of town as long as you're trying to. Reinhardt's map narrowed the search a lot more than I expected, but I'll be on my own from here on out. It's gotta be one of these 3 buildings. Let's go over what I know. I'm looking for a base of operations for a mid-tier kind of pod. Okay. Rougher than a storefront, not as fortified as a headquarters. Okay. A location that makes customers feel safe, not trapped. Of course, if I just start knocking on doors, they'll probably find me with weapons drawn. So if I want to be smart about this, I better use all my senses. Oh, whoa! That's awesome! Okay. So, not too fortified. Something that makes them feel safe, not trapped. I like that they're all different phrases, too. So, this seems pretty fortified. This seems pretty, like, you know, we've got a bunch of stuff going on. This is not that... This is kind of rough looking. Maybe this? Maybe? I mean, there's trash around, but I could give it a try. Well, this place looks like shit. Looks more like a haunt just dry enough for users to pass out in more than anything else. It's plenty conspicuous, but a dealer at the level I'm looking for would be considered a made man. Respectable. I doubt they'd be willing to step over trash constantly just to keep a low profile. Okay, fair enough. Two rundown. So maybe this is the better looking one. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it. The windows are all dark, like no one's home. But they're all shut too, so it could be that they're just tinted. Alley's clear. Fire escape's still there for the most part. Could pass for an alternate exit if need be. And that door looks sturdy enough to bounce a bullet off. Someone's been renovating. Okay. Let's check this one. A bit cleaner than the other buildings around here. Could be someone spending money on upkeep. Or maybe this one's just been torn down and rebuilt the least. There are a couple bodies lingering around outside it. They don't exactly have that organized criminal associate edge. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. A lot of pods will pay civilians good money just to keep their eyes open. It's certainly dark, but there's a camera out front and it's not broken. Overall, it's probably just some mechanic garage that shuts down the power to save money at night. Okay, might as well pull the trigger. Dingy, but not a shithole. Some secure features, but the paint's not too shiny. Goldilocks takes it. It's my best bet. But why? Why do I feel like I'm being watched? Okay. Ooh. Oh, do I click? Oh, I do. Hello? Oh! Hey. Oh, sorry. That was Morgan. I love their outfit. Hey. Great acting. Hey, Grace. Thank you for the lurk. You supposed to be the lookout? Red Hood. What'd you say? People come down here to be anonymous, or the closest thing to it in the modern day. It's considered poor etiquette to stare at anyone for more than a moment. It's a faux pas to make an effort to remember someone. Commenting on another's dress isn't a slap to the face, but it is odd. Go away? At least they can take direction. Whatever. A lookout being around just confirms that I've picked the right building. Okay. I guess we'll see them later. Time to try the door. What'll make them open up? Call, money, knock. Money? I've got free money here. I have money. Actually, I have a dark card. Oh. That should have provoked a reaction. A grunt, footsteps, something. I place my hand against the door absent-mindedly, ready to move to plan B. And I feel movement. I have a dark card. Is that just like, hey, I have a really rare magic card? Locks being checked. Perhaps a doorknob palmed? Anxiety and curiosity pit one against one another by an onlooking greed. How do you enter a closed room? First you try pushing. When that doesn't work naturally, you... forget it. I'll find some other. No need for master keys or any other trickery. If you know what you're doing, doors will open for you. Like magic. Huh. The door's not the only thing that's been reinforced around here. This apartment building? Motel? Whatever it used to be, someone's made a lot of effort to file it down. Hallways blocked off with the chicken wire and stripped furniture. Access panels ripped out, doors welded shut. They took a maze and ground it down into a one-way street. Or maybe a shooting gallery. With blaring musical accompaniment. Don't get any ideas. Got no vacancy. And here I thought I'd found my dream home, Mr. Call me Trey. And too bad, we're closed this month. Wait, you're serious? You rent these out? Of course we do. This is a business. Right, and you, see a lot of demand? This is the lower wards, bitch. He sighs, the word with that emphasis, like a subconscious honorific. I'm not honored, but I can't find it in myself to be offended either. kinds of stray ducks who will pay top for a sight to lay low a night or two. I can see why. This is the hallway. The rooms are clean. Sure. Look, the doors are heavy, the locks are all physical, and it's quiet. So this is a safe house for rent. Safe rooms for rent. But like I said, we're not open for business right now. Curious. Come on up the stairs already, and no mask when we get up there. And curiouser. A good mask is like a good pair of boots in the lower wards. Keeps you clean, keeps you moving, makes your journey a dozen times more comfortable. If you leave the house barefoot, you can expect to bring back something unsavory attached to you. It's not odd for him to be barefaced, but demanding that I not wear mine is... Seriously, stuff in your pocket now. I'll try to deflect it. Forgot I was wearing it. Why so nervous, though? We're not... I ain't nervous. Nothing to worry about, then. Yeah, but you need to lose these gloves, too. So that's their game. This isn't a power move, it's insurance. If this place ever gets busted, evidence of my visit will be all over the place. They're giving their customers extra incentive to make sure this shithole remains a hidden gem. Reasonable idea on their part, but it doesn't change my answer. Okay! Which one should I pick? Go with the middle. That's not happening. Bitch. Whatever. Have fun explaining to the boss why you can't follow basic instructions. That does sound fun. Watch it, you're a guest here. A guest? I'm a paying customer. And if you try to get me to remove any more articles of clothing, I'm leaving a scathing review. You haven't paid yet, come on. Right behind you. Excuse me. I'll take a drink of water. Of course, the text comes up as I sip through here. Yeah, hey, I'll get the door. Ooh, hello. Ooh, I love these designs. Oh, hello, fancy, fancy person. Oh my god. Is it a club? What's happening? Howdy! It's totally the vibe, Morgan. I love it. Where the hell did you find her? Oh my gosh. Get out of your butts. Hold on, let me just spin real quick. Thank you. Where the hell did you find her? Must have fallen out of the canopy like ripe as shit fruit. Because if she didn't fall out of the damn sky, that'd mean Trey opened the door for her. Right, Trey? Tanks, come on, How hard is it to not open a goddamn door? Well, she has... Shut up. Oof. The others aren't fazed by his volume. This is normal. The big guy's always like this. But his outburst is giving me a moment to take in the scenic view. Brings a tear to the eye. You. Me? Who else? Hit that. A cigarette? It's laced with drugs. Or don't. I'd love an excuse to kick your ass back down those stairs. They think I'm a cop? They think I'm a cop and cops can't use drugs when undercover? I could quote them the exact law that invalidates this legal defense, but I gather that wouldn't assuage their concerns. Assuage. Well, what's it gonna be? No, I don't want to do that. That was in your mouth, man. What? Sorry, it's not that you're bad looking, it's just... Trey, who the hell is this red bitch? You trying to jinx us? She's a customer. I know she's a customer. We get customers every other day of the goddamn year. Why'd you have to bring her in here tonight? There we go. This is it. I found the place. Well? Creek, she's got... Look at me. Don't talk to Creek, talk to me. She's got a dark card. Whew. Wait, can I do that? God, I've been whistling forever. I didn't even know if that came across on my microphone. I ran the serial downstairs scanner. sorry, I ran the cereal downstairs. Scanner got hot like a hand warmer trying to crunch it. Very slightly. Fair enough. It's legit, right? Dark card, huh? I nod. Hard not to start playing a little more conservatively once you know the stakes. Whatever the specifics of their leadership structure, they're all looking to this Creek right now. But I don't know his rhythm yet, so I can't exactly match it. For the moment, silence is golden. Yeah, but tonight, Creek? With all the other shit we are expected to... Sorry. With all the other shit we're expected to shovel? Hey, you shouldn't make talk like that in front of the customer. Customer? You'd think the word was old toothpaste the way he'd spat it out. Translation. Outsider. Thanks, yeah, Miller, I know. Oh, Miller, we got a name. We got a bunch of names, actually. Ooh, alright, let's look at Creek. Member 10th? Likes making money, making friends, dislikes doctors. Grand theft, case dismissed due to lack of evidence. Extortion, case dismissed due to witness recanting. Pronouns, any. Oh, cool, nice. Tanks. Anker Tanks Tan. Okay. Handyman, August 11th. Likes parkour, spray paint, stainless steel. Dislikes beer cans, water stains, and cops. 2 arrests, no charges processed. Grand theft, 3 arrests, 2 convictions. Incarceration, 18 months, juvenile correctional campus. Let's look at Miller. October 6th. Tradesman. Likes horror films, bubblegum, terrariums. Dislikes bookies, gin, and cops. Vandalism, 4 arrests, 4 convictions. Oh. Extortion, 2 arrests, 0 convictions. Littering, no incidents on record. They're a phenomenal environmentalist. Let's go to Trey. April 2nd. Freelancer. Vending machines, skate parks, and ice chips. Dislikes rich kids' fried food. You dislike fried food? Okay. And cops. 3 arrests and for loitering, 0 convictions. 2 arrests of larceny, 1 conviction. Truancy, no incidents on record. I think that's everyone. Yeah. Yeah. Orca. Organized criminal associate. Ah. Okay. An orca may also be referred to as a killer whale, KL, or KW. A group of orcas may be called the pod, while a known gathering place may be labeled the den. Okay. Cool. All the more reason we should tell this bitch to get slagged. Look, she's here now. So why not take her money? You know what? I got a better idea. Oh, shit. Apply directly to the forehead. The loud one, Tanks, is pressing a barrel directly into my forehead. Why not take her for all she's got? The metal feels cool on my skin. Reminds me of a stethoscope. Breathe in and try not to sigh at the theatrics. Instead, I make eye contact with Creek. I know. You can put that away. He reholstered his firearm without so much as a click of the tongue. Mid-tiers, like I thought. They've got something approaching discipline. Mind the safety. Get screwed. So we good? We're good, we're good. We are good, right, Creek? Threading a thin needle, lady. A lot of moving parts beneath the surface here. Give me a minute to clear my schedule for you. Make yourself at home in the meantime. Hey, Carwin! Oh, thank you. Thank you, friend.
Hello, I'm late. What have I missed?
Not too much. I'm maybe 20 minutes in. Who are these weirdos? So they're a gang. So Morgan has been tasked to look into some organized crime, like a smaller group, but within a smaller gang, basically, to see what's going on, because something's going on tonight specifically, and I think she's looking to stop it happening. The weird thing is, like, so she's got long hair in a long ponytail right now. I don't really know time frame. I don't know if a lot of time has passed. It doesn't sound like she's a part of the like how we know her, like under law enforcement, you know? I mean, she's not a cop, but I don't think I don't know if she's a detective, but maybe, but like if she's looking into this, she must be. So I'm trying to determine what time frame this is. Maybe a bunch of time has passed. Maybe her hair just got longer. I don't know. Is Sarah around? No, Sarah's not. That's why I'm also confused. But Sarah also just might be at like her apartment or something. So I don't know. Just don't have her, yeah. Of course. You won't even notice I'm here? Now you get to look around! Whee! Okay. Let's see. Neat. Alright, so I can pester tanks. I can check the door. Remark about that. I can observe the boxes. Okay. Yeah, it's still early. BRB, gonna grab food. Cool. Anything over here? No? Okay. I'm not gonna pester him yet. I'm gonna check the door. The door's nearly as sturdy as the one out front, but a lot more slapped together. Oh, it's got a bat in it. What was it originally? That a walk-in freezer or something? What? No, we had an agreement about hovering, yeah? Yeah. It's barred from this side. Okay. I'm gonna pester him. What? Nothing, you're just kind of glaring at me. Back. Welcome back. What food did you grab? It's my job to glare at suspect bitches like you. Tanks is just superstitious. Well, I wouldn't call it a superstition until it stops keeping you alive. I'm not. Did I pass a black cat on my way or something? It's your clothes. Again? Didn't know your fine establishment had a dress code. It's not a code, it's just bad goddamn luck to wear red. Bad luck to see red, man. Same thing. Now, you see the Red Hood, then you fear for your life. Cosplaying as her is Batman under the Red Hood? Weird, but it won't doom you. Great, it'll only doom us. I don't think I've heard this particular ghost story, boys. Yes, tell me about Of the Devil's Red Hood. Really? You're blending in so well. Wow, rude. The Red Rider Hood? The Shinigami, Grim Reaper of the Lower Wards? Oh. Spot her on a misty night, end up dead by morning light. Come on, Creek, don't start that shit when you don't even believe it. Don't have to believe it to have heard the rhyme. You've never heard of the Red Rider Hood? Little girl in the fog in a big red raincoat? Missed it in the crossfire of a shootout between pigs and robbers. Wanders the woods seeking revenge. Yeah, Morgan looks very young, right? Yeah, so I feel like this is in the past. Yeah. Miller is such a little scrimblow. I love him. Miller's great. I love Miller. Let's read about what misted means. I'm assuming it's like caught in the crossfire to kill. Yeah. A slang term meaning to shoot or to kill that originates from the bloody spray produced from a modern firearms projectiles. Yeah. A gun that size could mist a crowd from 100 meters. Yeah. Cool. Go. Oh, wrong button. There we go. No, never. Thought even uptowners knew this stuff. You gonna tell me you've never heard of the cyberpunk or the little lord next? The cyberpunk? Who is the cyberpunk? Originally a term coined in a short science fiction story, historically is referred to a counterculture centered around the themes of underdog resisting powerful corporate or government forces through... Okay, cool. While the genre has persisted in modern times and evolved in numerous ways, over the last 2 decades it has taken on new meaning as a kind of mythologized way of being for the adolescent or disaffected to aspire to. A code of conduct that emphasizes anti-authoritarianism, community organizing, corporate disengagement, and socio-economic consciousness. The so-called singular cyberpunk has become the 21st century man without a name, a wanderer with their own rule of law. Cultural critic Simon Essentia summarized the appeal as thus. There's no such thing as a 21st century hero. Is it any wonder the most vulnerable among us turn to the past for guidance? Get ready with me, Cyberpunk, the 99 Man explained, and are co-ops illegal? Excuse me. Guess I don't have a good ear for this kind of thing. Or maybe you're just not as smart as you think you are. Says the grown man sweating because of a ghost story. How about I take extra care not to walk under any ladders the rest of the night and we call it even? Walk under any... Where would you even find it? Oh, oh my god. Did you mean stepladder? They really are putting in a Phoenix Wright joke? That's very good. Phenomenal. You mean a stepladder? I was afraid. You look pale as shit. Because for some reason, I just got the horrible feeling that I lost a bet. Damn. They did. I forgot that they did that. I believe they did. You're right. I'm gonna talk to you. You good, buddy? Looking a little sweaty. Well, that's just because I was exercising before you showed up. Uh-huh. Bitch, you don't believe me? How do you think we defend what's ours down here? I assume the gun I was acquainted with just now played a role. Think we can afford to break the bank on bullets? Easy to buy a gun. Pulling the trigger's also easy. Like kissing it goodbye. It'll rat you out first chance it gets. An aversion to firearms would explain the relatively low fatalities for gang-related violence. The big names can afford to buy a new gun every week, but for everyone beneath them, it comes down to crowbars, clubs, knives, and mods. Now, I'm sure you all do very well in your fistfights. Fistfight is juvie. Sounds like recess shit. Sorry, fisticuffs. Laugh it up! First time you hear the sound of steel arm makes caving a skull in, you'll get exactly how we operate. Right. Sorry. Let's look over the table. Did I interrupt a game? Witcher Poison, 5-car, full blind, Monaco rules? Are those games? We just screw around with whatever we've got to kill time, lady. You know your stuff. You ever play around here? Now and then. The hell? You go slumming for card games? Now and then. I've seen you at a game before. Maybe up by the 30s. Sorry, it must have been some other redhead. Damn, thought I'd finally gotten my second chance at getting that beauty's contacts. You practiced that one a lot? Oh my god. Practiced it a little. How's it working? This guy. Keep practicing, uh-huh. Here's everything I could look at. Oh no, there's this too. You doing inventory over there? Ouch. Must have caught you on the worst night of the quarter. Quarter? This ain't a mega operation, lady. We take our inventory daily. Oh no, that's some Armosaurus. This is Karin. Excuse me. Torture. Oh wait, what's a Meg? I can't remember. Mega corporations. Oh, right. You gonna suggest we put it all down on a spreadsheet, get everyone to sign off every hour? We got a special name for anything with more than one signature on it. A cricket case. Cricko. The Combating Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Criminal Organizations Act. Okay, Cricko. Provides for increased law enforcement powers and impunity when investigating and prosecuting organized criminal charges. The CRICO Act allows for prosecutors to link multiple individual charges of racketeering, contraband smuggling, or other smaller infractions into criminal conspiracy charges against the entirety of a criminal organization. Wow. Though much of the law is built off of previous legislature designed to assist prosecutors in fighting organized crime, the CRICO Act is distinct in that it makes clear the distinction between criminal organizations and corporations that may be operating in violation of the law, considering necessary to adapt to changes in the drug trafficking, gambling, and sex work industries. Before the CRICO Act, prosecutors would at times seek to designate corporations engaging in aggressive market or cartel-like behavior as criminal organizations, arguing that their structure does not significantly differ from what might be called a mafia. Funny that. Imagine that. Post-CRICO corporations with legal business charters registered with the state are effectively immune to criminal conspiracy charges and are instead prosecuted through the trade courts. Some of the more liberal-leaning members of the judicial system have argued that this emboldens certain aggressive corporate behaviors, complicates attempts to prosecute criminal organizations who make some amount of their profits through legally registered and operating businesses. Others point to the relatively higher penalties in the trade courts as sufficient deterrent for criminal activity on behalf of either corporate or mafia parties. In criminal court, sentences for individuals can be as severe as life in prison. Of course. If you're in a trade court, you just get a hefty fine. Yeah, it's fine. What the fuck? Oh, capitalism. Individuals can be as severe as life in prison, but in trade courts, guilty verdicts can result in entire companies being deregistered and all their assets being acquired by the state. Okay, I mean, I guess if you demolish them that way, that's fair. It's not just a fine. It's a death sentence. Can't wait for this future to become real. Oh no. He's corrupting the Criker acronym a lot, but his risk assessment isn't misguided. Paperwork brings down more criminal organizations than guns ever will. Give a half-decent accountant one thread to pull on, and they can report the Mafia in less than a business day. Hey, what did Creek say? Don't hover. It's only hovering if I'm bothering you. Am I bothering you? If you were bothering me, you'd know it. Okay, fair enough. Alright, come here, pull up a chair. Let me ask you something before we get started. What was your first job? Waitress. Waitress. You remember this feeling? 9 p.m., diners filter out, doors close at 10. Y'all start turning off the grills, taking out the trash, settling down. And then some mouth breather comes in at 9:40 with big blank eyes, expecting you to find him a table. Yeah. Yeah, asshole behavior. Not breaking any rules, can't arrest him, can't shoot the guy, even if you wanted to. So, related note, you're here to buy. A paying customer. Happy to have you. Just read the room, okay? Sure. And no haggling. Now what are you here for? Well, can't be honest about that. Time to build a story. This Creek seems less high-strung than the others. Must have a few years and a couple of promotions under his belt. Might be on the 3rd floor at the moment, but in spirit, he's still on the street earning. Everyone above him is in more managerial positions. He is in between crowds, isolated. He seems entertained by my poke at the big guy. Putting that all together, I'm not actually here for myself. Truth is, I can't hear anything over the damn screen. I grab the remote sitting on the edge of the desk and turn off the screen. You know what? That was loud. This is nice. That's better. The hell you do that for? It was too loud. We like it loud. Screws with bugs and wires and cops. Are you a cop? Keeping it at that volume could damage your ears. You'd end up yelling all the time. Relax, Tanks. Like I was saying, I'm actually here for someone else. My boss, to tell you the truth. Huh, that sucks. Does your original manager want a maid to order a heart attack at his retirement party or something? You're not that far off. His son's turning 18 and he wants a party. An organic party. Hell's that supposed to mean? Hell if I know. But a coworker let slip that I smoked a few times in college, so boss goes and hands me his dart card, slaps me on the rear, and sends me down here. Told me to get everything his son needs for the best graduation ever. That's rough. Pretty lady like yourself shouldn't be stuck running errands at this hour. Not in this part of the city. It's not safe. Speaking of which, Miller... Stand up. Raise your hands. I oblige, but the lanky one keeps staring at me oddly, looking me up and down. It's not complimentary. He's searching for something. See, normally I would never be this poor of a host to such a nice customer, but... bosses, right? Yeah. Mine have been real micromanaging lately. Kind of becoming a problem. So, we're taking a little more care around new faces. Tucked inside her jacket, around the left pocket. His eyes aren't modded. Did I give it away with my body language? Something you want to share with the class? Damn, Miller's impressive, okay. Forgot I had that, maybe? Yes, I have a knife on me. Should I have declared that on my papers? Would have been the polite thing to do, yeah. Sorry for the poor manners. But a pretty lady like me, this part of town, guess I was just being careful around new faces. Alright. You're letting her keep it? I got you here to protect us. Have to wonder, though. Why'd a higher power corporate mover shaker come in person? Why come to us? Why not go across the skywalk over to the nearest Ikaria-owned dispensary? Cagey tonight, aren't we, boys? Oh, they so suspicious for. And who are the Ikaria? The name sounds vaguely familiar, but... well, I can read between the lines, they're the competition. So if these blue bloods are being this cautious around a paying customer, I can shame them over it. Alright, Blue Bloods. International criminal organization most commonly known as the Blue Bloods, originated in the early 21st century as an offshoot of Eastern Hemisphere triads that subsumed various dockworkers' unions. Loosening international corporate regulations and decreasing job opportunities at the time made it difficult for traditional unions to gather and maintain bargaining power. Simultaneously, many triads struggled as increasing nationalism around the globe, combined with improvements in border security, made the profit margins for smuggling smaller and smaller, even as demand for foreign goods went increasingly unmet. Historians and criminologists debate on the exact origin of the Blue Bloods, and even among ex-members, there remains debate about which side approached which, or when the Blue Bloods became a distinct identity. What is agreed upon is that by the mid-21st century, the Blue Bloods were a significant presence in every major trade port around the world, smuggling goods across borders and extorting multinational corporations by threatening to withhold or destroy merchandise as they entered the country. Domestically, the Blue Bloods seem to have been given serious consideration towards legitimizing their activities for a time, acquiring legal charters of business for many of their shipping and security operations during the 2050s. This time period also saw a cooling of hostilities between the Blue Bloods and many of their rivals, with gang-related violence dropping precipitously. Civil disruptions and suspected changes in leadership during the 60s, however, reversed this trend. While the Blue Bloods remain a major player in the global criminal trafficking market, their status of criminal concern was officially downgraded to moderate by the state. Okay. During the 2070s, most criminologists agree that their national presence is now relatively weak and has remained so for long enough that the organization's broader global leadership is likely uninterested in expending its resources it would take to change the status quo. Okay. I mean, sure, everyone knows the Ikaria have taken the lion's share of the city. I just didn't realize that they had a monopoly, too. Suspected changes in leadership is a nice euphemism for probable gang murders. Yeah. I can see that. Hey, get it straight. The Ikaria won't be on top anymore once we... Never mind. Can we not do business? No one said that. So what'll it be? Well, I don't want any of these kids choking on their own foam. Even if it'd be funny to watch. I figured I'd just buy a bunch of downers and maybe a handful of uppers. Let half of them get high off the atmosphere. Downers, huh? We've got the new titration of lime. Lasts for hours. Yeah, they can stir it into their watered-down beers. Wait, new titration? No one's gonna shit themselves, are they? No. Not until the morning, at least. Alright, well, I can live with that. What have we got on the other end? Got plenty, long as they don't mind hippos. Hypodermics? Hypodermics? I feel like these baby shark types would get nervous around needles. You got anything they can inhale? Well, got a lot of nerve. Fast bump, high plateau, and a smooth ride down. Our bestseller. Sounds great. Unfortunately, it's in high demand, so... Ooh, tell me about nerve. Oh god. Metahexphenylyl, I think, is an illegal stimulant sold in black markets as a recreational drug under the street name Nirvana, sometimes shortened to Nerve. When taken as an inhalant, it is a euphoriant with mild hallucinogenic properties. In recent months, its growing popularity has led many to suspect that the drug is being assessed for legalization by the Bureau of Narcotics Oversight. The process of considering a drug for legalization is kept strictly confidential in order to prevent rampant speculation in the pharmaceutical market. However, increases in the sales of the precursor chemicals for making metahexphenylyl seems to indicate that producers are anticipating its legalization nonetheless. The relative obscurity of said precursor chemicals has made the uptake particularly noticeable, and supply has not been able to keep up with this elevated demand. Possession, production of, use of, or trafficking in metahexphenylyl is a crime. Even when a drug is legalized, previous violations of narcotics law are not granted amnesty. Oh. Okay, cool. The precursor chemicals for making it. Interesting. People are trying to make homemade nerve. Okay. I get that he's selling me drugs, but does he really have to sell me drugs? Hey, it's not my card anyway. Charge it. Gladly. Typing away at his tablet like this, he almost looks like Collar. It checks out, right? Cereal's legit, so... Yeah, man. You already said that. It's encrypted, Trey. It's not meant to be a one-tap purchase. Dark card. The gold standard of untraceable fund transfer. Oh. Among the criminal and financial elite. Here's me at the start being like, oh, is it like some rare magic card? Oh, so silly. I thought that was like, my answer was a bit of a joke, so I thought they were joking. Oh, so funny. Your average citizen wouldn't recognize it as anything special. Looks like any other credit or debit card. Only reason I recognize it is because they got flashed all the time back at my apprenticeship. Mostly for drawing lines, but sometimes for purchasing. Your apprenticeship. Hard to convert the funds back into cash, but if you want to buy or sell in the black market, you couldn't ask for better. It's their form of crypto. Yep. So what the hell's going on? I'm dangling some very enticing bait here. An amenable mark. I can't fucking read tonight. Spending money that's not her own. They should be salivating over me. Said they're practically x-raying me. Why? Interesting decor. Finally! Someone notices! It's nice, right? It's called Cherrywood. Redid the paint myself. The finish I had imported. It is a nice piece of furniture, Creek. Oh my god. But I was referring to your paperweight. Oh, huh, yeah, that. Oh my god. You like it? Yeah. Sure. Has a certain rustic simplicity. Though it's not exactly gleaming. I love how excited he got about his furniture. He was like, that's a nice table, eh? Have you considered giving it a polish? Let's be Android game. Yeah! Hi, Guru. How are you, my friend? Yeah. Fucking love that comic. That's my life now. That'd be a crime. Oh. Yeah. Polishing off the battle scars from a hard-won prize. Prize? It's not yours? Whoa, Morgan, hot. Nice. Oh yeah, she's very hot. She's very pretty. I think this is a younger Morgan, but I can't really confirm yet. I think so, though. Feels like it. I don't think she'd be lying about the boss thing, so. The whole Rock Cox comic is great, and also includes some content that's too spicy for the Discord. Oh, damn. Guru says, I'm doing okay. Took a sick day to do errands with your girlfriend. Oh, that's nice. I'm sure she appreciated it. So not actually sick? I mean, I hope not actually sick, but... Because you don't want what I have, because I have this stupid lingering cough and it won't leave me alone. I am glad I can at least do some voices tonight. Sick in the head! Okay. Something I picked up on the job. Oh, shit. Oof. Oof. Oh, wait. Is this the person at the start? Oh shit. Because there was a little bit at the start where someone was getting, like, sledgehammered in the head, basically, and somehow lived, but they were getting, like, interrogated and had to rough him up a bit and they had to ask him questions. But I don't know if it's the same person. A masculine voice, muffled, possibly gagged, and stifled as if pained. Seems like I'm not their only guest tonight. Really wish you left the music on, lady. Yeah, because we had two voices talking, and they were both question marks. We don't know who they were, but there was a blue text, there was a blue name, and a pink name. So that probably was Creek and Tanks. Yeah. Sorry, you say something? I completely spaced out just now. Guru, take care of yourself. Thank you, my friend. I will. I'm gonna go to bed basically right after stream today. Guru said you took a personal day for your girlfriend to go counseling, then they rescheduled it, said today I had to call in sick and tomorrow too, because why not? Fair. Well, I'm sorry though. That's kind of a bummer, but I'm glad you got to do some errands though, I guess. Morgan, no, sir, I did not hear you kidnapped a person in the locker. What? What do you mean? Oh, that is Rock Cox. I read that comic forever ago. I was wondering if it was the same. Oh, fun. Didn't hear a word you said. Okay, that's okay. I didn't say anything. Guess you aren't so stupid you can't even mind your own business. Speaking of my business, how we looking? The card's still processing. Sorry about that. Guess it takes time to snake a wire through enough pinholes that even the almighty state can't track it. Takes power too, apparently. Battery's plummeting. The dark card. Almost more trouble than it's worth. Definitely didn't do its previous owner any good. Oh. Oh, no. Is she already killing people? She might be. I don't remember how long she's been doing that, but I think something happened to him. Before I palmed it off his corpse. Yep. Okay. Oh shit. Your boss must be a careful guy, delegating you to come down here with this. Yeah, maybe. Not very smart, though. He has no idea what any of this shit costs. Oh, I definitely think Morgan is the Red Riding Hood serial killer they mentioned earlier. Yeah, I get that vibe. 100%. Maybe this is like, this is the story of like her early, like a part of her past where she is this, like, she adopted the new moniker later, as the, I can't remember the name now, unfortunately, but the, what was Morgan known as? What kind of killer? I like that we know, not that it's not publicly known, but she's like hiding it. Heartbreak killer. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, maybe this was like, maybe that was a new moniker. Maybe she was Red Riding Hood before that. She didn't choose that moniker, no. This is true. Maybe she, well, I mean, she might have not chose this either. Anyway, we'll see what happens. He has no idea what any of this shit costs. If I treat myself after I finish here, it's not like you'd ever know the difference. Good on you, ripping off the bastard. Woman after my own heart. There it is. Now I just need 2 thumbs and a password for verification, and we're golden. Is there a problem? Yeah. Is there a problem? No problem. Oh, shit. Sorry, it's just something I heard. What's that? The Blue Bloods have gotten something special in recently. Can't trust everything you hear out here. Or read. Or see. No, of course not. But is it true? A no mask? Like the man said, gotta be careful what stories you listen to. Come on, what could it even cost? A couple thousand? Huh. I wouldn't know. I'm no art appraiser. But I do know that it's rare. Fun fact, no means talent, but I don't think that translation to the justice. Less than a dozen people on the planet who can make them. What's so special about it? I mean, them, if they exist, which they don't. Oh, real smooth, Trey. You want a mask? You've already got one on your chin, lady. State puts up cameras, we put on masks. State adds layered skins, we wear helmets. High-tech climbs higher, low-tech punches lower. Back and forth, up the escalators. But a no mask's got tech that can't be answered. Scissors sharp enough to cut rock. Anti-facial recognition fractionalized active defense. Any camera, scanner, or ADD ad looks at that mask and they'll see a face. Cool. Oh, automated dependent. Gotcha. Robots, intelligent programs. Gotcha. Cool. Within a face until... Corbin said, I remember the last episode ended with Morgan getting a call saying some package or special item was ready for her to pick up. I wonder if this is a flashback to build the backstory for that? Maybe. Oh, maybe. It's like a fake license plate, but for your face? I guess. Fatal error. Forget hiding from cameras, searching for blind spots. With a gnome mask, you could just walk down the busiest street in the city and brick every camera in half a kilometer. Yeah, they'll just encounter an error. That's pretty awesome. No, translated literally as ability, is a world-renowned form of Japanese dance theater with traditions and codified performances dating back to the 14th century. Strictly regulated by the Iamoto system, in which a single heir inherits all authority, mastery, and secret techniques of their predecessor, no strict adherence to tradition and seniority have made it difficult for the practice to spread and flourish during the 21st century. Performers wear archetypal costumes and masks and must convey emotion through precise movement. Their masks are masterfully crafted such that a single static mask can convey sorrow, fury, joy, or terror by merely angling the head differently. Neat. You know your stuff. Buyer beware. But if this mask could do half of what you think it could, anyone who got their hands on it wouldn't part with it easily. So how much? Huh! More than you can afford, that's for sure. I don't know about that. I've got pretty nice stock options. Maybe you do have the money. That's not the issue. I can't sell it. It's already been spoken for. End of discussion. Well, sure, you can't sell something that's been spoken for. But things get misplaced all the time. Delivery carriers showing up at the wrong address, missing packages ending up in the backs of storage facilities, merchandise falling off the back of the proverbial truck. Huh. You weren't sent here on some errand. Shit. What? What is it? Take a long look, boys, because you may never get another chance. We're breathing the same air as a genuine consultant. She's some kind of make spy? If I was, couldn't exactly come out and say, now could I? Oh, shit! Is it really this easy? Yeah, that's real smart talk. Now give me the one reason I shouldn't paint your brains onto the wall. Because I still haven't paid for my purchase? Morgan, dear, are you trying to give him the reason not to let you walk out alive? I know, right? Definitely got the nerves of a consultant. They teach you that at some fancy uptown corpo school. Or was it something you were born with? Something I was born with? Probably. But believe it or not, I'm glad we're having this conversation. Honestly, always speeds up the negotiation. So in the spirit of cooperation, why don't you start being honest too? How's that? You don't want my money, traceable or otherwise. Only reason you'd entertain a customer while in the middle of whatever bottleneck you're keeping behind that door is because I have something rare that you desperately need. Don't assume desperation or need. How about want? You want the dark card account itself, not whatever shitcoin currency it holds. And why is that? To steal from your bosses. You know what the hell you're talking about. They're the ones stealing from us. Yes, I'm sure you have very legitimate grounds for a wage theft suit, but I don't care. Whether it's for running away, skimming off the top, or just as insurance, you want a wallet they don't have eyes on. And since your tall friend hasn't misted me yet, it seems you're willing to barter for it. So, the card for the mask. Not even close. The card plus 2/4 worth of my salary. That's nearly... Nah, sister, you don't even have the cash for this purchase. And it ain't the kind of thing you can get a loan from the bank for. I don't like it, but... Not cash, then. Oh, shit. Might as well try it. What about information instead? I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but it would have to be one hell of a piece of intel. I could give you heartbreak. Okay. Heartbreak killer exists. Okay. Or is known at this point. What did she say? Funny. That is funny. Heartbreak, the most famous anarcho-terrorist in the country, or a different Heartbreak. Well, it was a different Heartbreak, wasn't it, for a while? I think she began to be called the Heartbreak Killer. Not a different Heartbreak. Well, I think wasn't it a different person before she became known? I thought that was the case. Maybe I'm just forgetting. That's some Meg's beck and call. Nope. No, it was. I don't think so. Oh, it was her. Okay, never mind. Never mind then. I thought she took it on. There's a lot of copycats. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Fair enough. Upgraded to anarcho-terrorist now. So it's... It can't be present, though. I guess we'll find out. Lots of people were laughing very hard, having shorted the right stocks right before each of his kills. Hold up, seriously? No, why do people buy this conspiracy shit so easily? I don't get the joke. Why would we want Heartbreak? To learn from him? Make an example of him? They were imitators, okay. Hire him? You Blue Bloods have been fighting the Rust, the Icaria, the State, and everyone who wants a piece of you for decades. Yet Heartbreak's gotten more notoriety than all of you combined in only a few months. That's present, then, right? We'll see. That's a few months. That's gotta be. There's really nothing you'd want to say to him, nothing you'd want to ask him. If he was sitting right in front of you. The following scene contains... Oh. Maybe she got a hair implant? Yeah, maybe. Loud noises. Flashes of light. Depictions of violence and gore. Hell of a bluff, I'll give you that. Thought it was worth a try. Sorry, just procrastinating, having to go back to my superiors empty-handed. Nah, it was good. Good effort. I mean, I'm still interested in the dark card. It's just that mask is a death sentence crafted specifically for one very special customer. I'm just the one given the honor of hanging on to it until... sounds like you got your own office politics to worry about. Getting pulled in every direction. I know the feeling. Well, that was a bunch of drama for nothing. You gonna buy or what, Krieg? Oh, I'm still buying. Not for some kid's party, obviously. Plan is, we're gonna spec the competition at this meet and greet, make the customer think they're drooling idiots. The mask was always a long shot. I was just personally curious. Curiosity can get you into trouble down here at the bottom of the world. Oh, don't worry. I like to think I know a thing or two about discretion. Sounds like that mask with the special item mentioned at the end of episode 1. Yeah, I was thinking that when you brought up the item. Oh, I can see that. Let's wrap this up then. Your password and your thumbs, please. Sure. I'll just take off my gloves here. Oh, yeah. I make a snap with my right hand as my left extends towards the desk. Viewer discretion advised. Oh. Real quick, before I forget. Do you have a bag for all this? Oh. The hell? Only needed to distract him for a second. Hi. Less than one heartbeat. Oh, never mind. Nope, that's not a bit. Nope, it's time to kill. Let's go, honey. Oh, God. I did tell him to mind the safety. Oh, damn. Oh, Lily. What a time. What a time to raid. Hi, Lily! Thank you so much for the raid. Hello there! We just are witnessing a man get shot. We're early in episode 2. I'm doing good. How are you? Oh, sick. Woo! Hello, Cyaneka. Did I get that right? I hope I did. Let me know if I didn't. I'm doing amazing. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you so much for the raid. Guru, is Guru still here? Yeah, Guru, would you mind giving a shout out to Lily Stardust Live, please? I'm having a great time. I've been wanting to play episode 2 of Up the Devil for weeks, and I've been sick, and it's sucked, but now I'm feeling a little bit better. I say as I cough. It's fine. You are playing L.A. Noire. Nice. Your friendly neighborhood space cop. This British gremlin is on a mission to solve mysteries from L.A. Noire to modern Minecraft. Expect chaotic, cozy vibes and plenty of tangents. Just don't after what happened in the last stream. I've never heard of this game. The art style looks incredible, though. Oh, it's so good. If you, let's see. Oh, excuse me. Burpee. It is... If you're a fan... Oh, my God. dinner was hefty. If you enjoy playing games like Phoenix Wright, Danganronpa, generally just like visual novels where there's like a mystery thriller element to it, it's great. It's really, really good. And episode 0, which is the prologue to everything, is free. You can download it, try it for yourself, and then I think the rest of the episodes are paid. I would recommend it. It's really good. It's excellent. The prologue episode is free. Yes, it's about lesbian devils, says Guru. Maybe lesbians? I don't know. Well, I mean, no. If you want a cyberpunk story that's actually written well, then this is that. It is very, very good. I agree. Anyway, let's talk to this man. Oh, and I hope LA Noire was good. You know what? I really would need to play that game. I think Ares has it. Do you have LA Noire? Okay, cool. At some point I'll play it. Ares has it. If you need to go and take a breather after your stream, it's late here for me. Maybe it's the same time for you. Go do that. Thank you so much for the rate. I appreciate you. I'm gonna take a drink because I'm dying. Lesbian devils, I am sold. No, there's no actual lesbian devils, but there is. I feel like, I mean, there definitely are like queer characters, and characters who use any pronouns, things like that. But, please stream it. LA Noire is hilarious. Please stream it. I want to see that. Yeah, LA Noire is kind of dated. That's how I feel, at least. Don't die. No, I got my water. I'm good. I still want Morgan to be a lesbian. I kind of hope she is. Undoubtedly dated, but that's part of the charm. Oh, is LA Noire also where that meme came from of the gentleman who looks kind of pained in the face, like he's trying to like fake a smile, and then there's just the Xbox button that says press X to doubt. Yes. Perfect. Elevator's really fun. I'd love to see you play. Okay, maybe I'll add it to the list. My ever-growing list. That's the only thing I know about LA Noire is the meme. It is quite funny. Anyway, let's see if this man survived. The big one made a small noise as he looked down to see that his own gun had blown a fist-sized chunk out of his torso. I don't think he survived, friends. Holy shit. Oh, oh, fuck. We shot him. He jumped up fast. I was expecting to blow his head off. From behind, a shape charging towards me. Spinning left, I draw my knife, exhale, and lower my shoulders. There. A loudly broadcast haymaker swinging in from his right. Bad instinct. He must have gotten used to those sparklers making people flinch. I step in, and his bicep smacks dully into my shoulder. As I place my knife directly into his carotid. He's gripping that knife with all the strength he has left. Wait, is he really gonna try to pull it out? Oh, someone's been stabbed. What do when applying first aid to a puncture wound? Removing the foreign object is not recommended, as this can greatly increase the rate of blood loss. Something, the rest of it arrive. Wait for the paramedics to arrive, probably. You'll add Of the Devil to your list too, your ever-growing list. Wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. Guru says, I actually really want to make a game like the LA Noire interrogations, but better. Another bad instinct. Oxygen cut off to the brain. Already losing vision. And dropped with all the grace of a garbage bag hitting the bottom of the dumpster. So that just leaves Trey. Hasn't moved a muscle. Newest member, weakest in the pack. Personally, I wouldn't have given the new guy guard duty, but I'd say it's 2020. The gun's double-barreled, 2 shots, spent. And Miller still has my knife in a literal death grip. I'll have to improvise for this last one. Oh, shit! Oh, not the sword! What the hell? Why not? Oh, this is so raw! Oh, shit! Though, come to think of it, how do you use this thing? Oh. Aim for the bleachers, I guess. Oh, fuck! Of the Devil, episode 2. Woo! Ooh. His Due. Yeah, that's the name of the episode. I forgot about that. God damn. What an opener. His Due. What an intro! Indeed. I loved it. You didn't see this game getting so violent? That's probably the most violent it has gotten, actually. Now that I think about it. I mean, we've seen some pretty gruesome, like... Yeah, we've seen a couple gruesome deaths, but I think that was the most, like... visceral we've seen. Barely got 3 centimeters to his neck. Must have had a vertebra and stopped dead. Still got the job done after a few whacks, but... Well, that was my first time with a sword. Never been very good at anything the first time. I always needed lots of time to practice. Okay, the music should have deadened the sound of the gunfire. That gun was heavily modified. If it somehow still has its tags, they can't possibly be functioning properly. Yeah, there's a reason this is the first content warning for gore. Correct. For a moment, we all thought it was a bit, and then we went, oh no! It's real! If it somehow still has its tags, they can't possibly be functioning properly. So I've got a window of opportunity. First things first. Gloves back on. Oh my god, he's still alive? Ugh. Shit. Wow, someone's lively. You... who the hell? Some kind of mod keeping him alive? A cruelty under his circumstances? I could hear that slug tear his intestines apart. The pain alone should have knocked him out cold, yet his fingers are limp, his eyes are sharp. Paralyzed. There are rules. That thought... Blood's pooling fast. You've got 4 minutes. 4 minutes for what? Everything. You're no mega assassin. You're too talkative. Who sent you, Fox? Grey Lady? All that red shoulda... You the Rust's newest rabbit dog? Caribou? It's cute how you all give each other nicknames. You're civilian? Where's the mask? Whoa, go to hell. You just looked right at the desk drawer. I thought you said you played poker. Need your keys. A civilian thief? Theft is victimless. It's robbery when violence is involved. Oof. Alright. So you're just out of your goddamn mind. I'm the last person you'll ever talk to, Creek. Your choice, but do you really want to be rude? You seem like you can take it. The key clicks into the small safe and I pull upon the door to reveal paperwork. Page after page of spreadsheets and diagrams and text, all printed in red. His writing is so good. Oh, it's so good. Is this important? So considerate. Nah, just throw it anywhere. Okay. I was joking! If I were Creek, I would absolutely want to be rude. I mean, if I was dying, I may as well just spit in the face of my killer, right? 3 minutes now. Sarcasm will cost you time you don't have. There it is. A gleaming darkness at the back of the safe. So that's it. You, all this, all of us. For that? Just for that? I get asked that question a lot. Well, I'm stealing the mask! Would you feel better if I had killed you for a different reason? If I had a good reason for blowing a hole in your stomach? Would it have hurt any less? You still got more than 2 minutes. Plenty of time. Guru says, no offense, it's kind of jarring. It's all for nothing! Ahaha! Very good. It's kind of jarring when you're still playing Xenoblade 3 when it's not as good writing. I mean, I get that. Like, it's different style. And, like, I love Xenoblade 3. Like, I genuinely like my favorite RPG is Xenoblade Chronicles 1 that I've played so far. But, and I do love 3. 2 is another story. But this is definitely, like, or I should finish my thought. I'm having an ADHD moment. I recognize that there are things in the writing that I've never really been a fan of. Xenoblade, for one, likes to be really repetitive. I do think that 3 is probably the one of the better games in terms of writing. But that's also more for like the themes that it presents. It felt a little bit more serious like one was to me. But yeah, definitely this is a different level of writing. I do agree with that. I could spin up whatever fairy tale you'd like to put you to bed. I bring the mask to my face, and for a brief moment the surface seems to writhe, trying to adjust itself to me. Supposed to make sense, you want a mask so bad. If I was as hideous as you on the inside, I wouldn't want to go barefaced either. Hit a nerve? Must be the worst kind of feeling, being seen. Seen by someone you can't even hurt anymore. Well, I see you. Heartbreak. Yeah, big bad, faceless heartbreak. I'm just a dumbass, but don't flatter yourself. It's not that you're particularly perceptive. I just don't have anything to hide when a corpse is talking. First honest thing you said. So what gives, HBK? You're clearly not an idealist. All the terrorism, rebellion, theories out the window. You go around killing 'cause your daddy smack you around? Your mommy not hug you enough? My father never laid a hand on me. My mother hugged me. A sufficient amount. So what the hell's your excuse? I don't make excuses. And what the hell's wrong with you? Less than a minute now. I could spend that time making up a diagnosis if you'd like. Or would you prefer I just come over there and squeeze? How? How many? Another question straight out of the greatest hits. How can I put this? How many times have you eaten bread? Never. Got a gluten thing, bitch! Yeah! Oh no! I now like creaked a little bit more. Goddamn. Whatever. Point is, I'm not a collector. Yay, representation score. Oh my god. This is not my hobby. How many times have you eaten bread? Never, I got a gluten thing. Little does he know that gluten-free bread exists, but it's fine! Oh, sorry, that made me laugh really hard, Guru. DI strikes again. Oh my god. I'm gonna take a sip of my water so I don't die. Oh my god, that was good. Any / all gluten-free. We gotta stop with the jokes. We're gonna kill Ekami. This is fine. That's fine. I'm gonna laugh like crazy tomorrow, like the whole weekend. I'm gonna see people. Gonna have a great time. Gonna just die. It's fine. I'm not a collector. This is not my hobby. I do not keep count. There is no code. I do what I want as often as I want to. Do what thou wilt. The whole of the law. Is that it? Don't know what you're referencing. From where you're sitting, do I really look like the law-abiding type? I bring the mask back down to my face, and again, its surface seems to shudder. Forget it. At least I know you deserve what's coming. I've heard a lot of empty threats in people's last moments, Creek. They're never that memorable. Told you that mask was a death sentence. That it was spoken for. Oh, true. Is there a curse with this mask? They called in a huntsman from overseas. Home turf. Huntsman can become anyone. Go anywhere. Kill anything. Supposed to come over and slaughter the rust. That mask was part of his payment. He'll be looking for it. Possession is 9/10 of the law. What the hell's that supposed to mean? Finders keepers. God, I don't need to scare you. Huntsman, hunter. Too much meaning. Lost. Always thought, better translation was Helt Taker. He'll find you, flay you alive, wear your skin, and go around and murder everyone. Morgan, she laughs. a face. Should've taken you up on dipping out early. Anything to be dying, staring at a face. Face like that. Woke game says Guru, woke game kills streamer with gluten intolerance joke. Corwin, as long as you don't die before Sunday, no problem. I will not die before Sunday, friend. I have committed to helping you move. So a huntsman coming to get me. Nah. The dead and the dying make for strong bluffers. And I've seen more than a few of them try their hand at improv. Time to move. Just scuff things up a bit more. Make this look more like an orca shootout than, well, a visit from me. Okay. Take my knife. Weapons are inherently disposable. I can kill with anything. So I never bothered to retrieve one from a dead man's grip. But I might have need for a knife again shortly. So I'll be taking this back, Miller. I had to pry. Why is it that the dead are always grasping? Interesting. Sword was not worth the effort. Lesson learned, but now I have to remove it for this next part. His eyes. Oh no. Can't tell the model from the outside, but I can make a strong, educated guess at the price range. If they back up any... Yeah... I was like, shit, they're gonna be like digital eyes and she'll take them. Oh, poor Trey. If they back up any data, it can't be more often than once an hour. It'll be 10 o'clock soon. Okay, once an hour? Okay, fair. I'm gonna need something with some heft to it. Oh, fuck. See no evil. Oh, that's really good. Oh, I feel so bad for Trey. Well, the bat's definitely spent, but his eyes are no longer a problem. And the sword is fine where it is. Not gonna tempt fate and risk nicking myself with it. That's all the burning issues addressed. Time to take care of the chores. I had to remove my gloves to convince them I could use the dark card. That means I handle all the murder weapons with my bare hands. Oh, fuck. Obviously, I need to wipe my prints off this gun and my knife, but I put my gloves on before opening Creek's safe and cracking Trey's skull. So, what does that leave? Remember everything Morgan handled? Halt! Heads up! Oh. So the gun she'll wipe the prints for. I didn't touch the door. I don't think I really touched much of anything. Because I didn't play cards. I mean, I guess... No, I didn't even reach for the tablet. When did you take the gloves off? Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought she had the gloves on the whole time, because I got my way, I got out of it. There was the beginning where Trey asked me to take the gloves off, but I was like, nah, that's not happening. Maybe I'm just misremembering. Maybe I did take them off. Anyway. Better try. The police don't miss fingerprints. If you're sure you've got everything, you're good to move on. Right? Focus. No mistakes. Well, let's just look at everything, I guess. For payment, right? I gave him the card. I gave him the card, and he punched it into the tablet, and then I don't think he took my fingerprints for the tablet, because then I reached for my knife and... I reached for my gun at that point. I don't think I can click on anything. Let me... Oh, wait. The sword. Yeah, so I'll wipe the prints. The sword. I gripped the handle with both hands when I brought it down on its neck. Oh! Before I put the gloves on? Okay. Thinking back, I dragged the tip across the floor, didn't I? Yes. Shit, probably got Miller's blood on it. That's sloppy. And stupid. Why the hell did I... forget it. There's nothing I can do about it anyway. Fingerprints can be wiped, but there's no cleaning agent on Earth that can hide blood from a modern forensics team. Oh, fair. And I'm not looking into an encore performance of my reaction to those goddamn fickle bobbies. Okay. I didn't touch the door. The remote. Yeah. The music. This is the remote I used to distract the big guy. That's what I was thinking of. I need to wipe my prints off it, of course, but should I turn the music back off? No, it was playing when I first walked in. Best to preserve continuity. Besides, what was it he said? Would like it loud, screws with bugs? He's right about that much. A little smoke screen never hurts. The card. Yeah. The dark card played its role as bait perfectly, even if it's the reason I'm having to run wiping off prints. I'll never be able to pull funds off it, but I might be able to use it again if... it's stuck. Creek must have dropped it harder than I realized. Getting shot in the stomach doesn't help with handling delicate electronics. No way I'm gonna risk taking the whole reader with me. Could have any number of pings and strings leading back to the manufacturer or even the Blue Bloods themselves. No, I'll wipe the dark card off and then set the whole reader back on the desk. For all anyone knows, Creek's pod mugged it off some slumber and we're trying in vain to get beer money off of it. Okay. Well, at least I wiped it. Return keys? Oh, the keys you took from the safe. Keys I took from to open the safe. The Blue Bloods are going to find out I took the mask eventually, but I see no reason to give them any hints. And on the off chance the police get here first, I'd rather they not investigate this as a robbery. All that to say, you can have those back, Creek. Okay. I think that's... I didn't take the drag. I bet that would have actually lit up if I did. If I did take a smoke. I think that's everything. Nothing else is lighting up, so I think I'm good. And I'm not recalling anything specific, so... Okay. Can't exactly spend all night on this. Am I good here? Will this change something? I might lose chips. There's an auto-find thing on control now, by the way. That's fair. Hold on, let me do like a spot. I'll if I'm absolutely like there's no way, I will hit control. I'm sure that I wouldn't have touched any of that. Papers. I hate these pressure moments like, yes, I'm sure, I think... Yeah, I don't think there's anything. Okay, control. Yeah, nothing's lighting up. Or... at least not when I'm hitting control. I think I'm okay. Worst comes to worst, I'd probably lose chips. It won't change the story that much, I think. Alright, I will save though. That's a good idea. Phone. Where's the phone? Save game. Oh, nice! It's all my other saves. That's fun. I'll save over them, I think. Yeah. Yes. Alright. Yeah, okay, this feels like the scene's been set. Hey, nice. It's a strange sensation erasing your own presence. Yeah, it's weird that it's in this section, but the later, more story-driven stuff makes sense. Oh, well, maybe they're, like... So when you say it's weird, it's in this section, do you mean this part where she's like, I want to make sure that I got everything? Because it might... If it comes up later, like this kind of similar gameplay comes up later, then it's probably just as a means of telling the player, hey, this is, like, remember to be thorough, because you might have to deal with something coming up later. It's a strange sensation racing your own presence, sense of supremely private accomplishment. Like placing the last piece into a milk-white jigsaw puzzle, and then throwing it in the trash. It's not unpleasant, but I can't linger here any longer to savor it. Oof, oof. Time to draw this to a close. Please tell me I know this person. Please tell me. Thank God for the mask. I can still tell it smells god-awful in here, but it's bearable. Rehydrated sweat and vomit, scents full of adrenaline and sickly heat. Unfiltered, I'd be at the risk of getting sick. If it weren't for all the blood. Right. Oh! Jesus! I mean, hi. I'm sorry that happened to you, but Jesus, you're built. What to do with you? Blindfolded, gagged, hands bound above him with plastic ties and linen wrappings, beaten bloody and drugged. These syringes. They wanted him to stay conscious. Not very popular, are ya? So, did he say he was Izakaya? So then he's part of the other gang. Still, you're not dead. And with these kinds of injuries, you won't die soon. Not without a push. That might be the most charitable thing to do under these circumstances. He must have wished for death at least once during all this torture. Too bad. Oh? The bat that barred the door is now in splinters. Anyone walking in after me won't realize that this room is locked from the outside. If this captive had somehow gotten his hands on a blade, there'd be nothing stopping him from stepping out of here and butchering his captors. The Blue Bloods will want someone to blame for the deaths of 4 of their men. Yeah, he's a prime suspect if he's part of the other gang members. And unlike the police, they won't bother arresting an innocent man and putting him up on trial for the world to see. They'll wrap things up for me. Oof. Oof. Hold that for me. As for the gun... What's with... All I did was tuck the gun into your waistband, pal. Oh. Okay. I can see how that would be distressing under the circumstances. Little bit girly. Well, you can relax about that. It's not loaded. A few minutes from now, you're gonna wish it was. Out again already? Rest up while you can. When you wake up, you'll want to start running. All right. Hey, Sarah! Yay, it's our girl! Oh my god, what voice did I give her? Like I practiced. Irashai! Irashai! That's cute! Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh yeah, it was a clip-on. God, that's funny. Pardon? Lesbian droid! Hey, Diamante. Keep working on it, kid. Bar Kensuke. Didn't mean to interrupt you in the middle of training your new employee. How's it working out? It is she, right? Never worked this close with an ad before. She is unbearably forgiving, so I doubt you'll get sued. Oh my gosh, she got a new outfit! She's so cute! She's fine. Good at cleaning, precise as a mixing, knows a hell of a lot of trivia. Popular with the younger crowd, I think. This is the place of the android bartender? They talk like I installed a new karaoke machine. I didn't know you had a younger crowd. Funny. What's that make you, Grandma? More of a learning curve to her than I was expecting. Did you cheap out on her bass installs? It's like I have to teach her everything. Oh, trust me, there's nothing cheap about Sarah. Sarah! Yay! Oh, so cute! I got a little Sarah keychain on my phone. Hehe. Occupation, paralegal apprentice, Kensuke. Likes split field diopter, Wing Chun, folding clothes, dislikes mops, fire limbs, variety packs. Useless talent, I can do a full split, but that is not useless. Favorite quote, as you think, so shall you become. Wait, isn't that from your dad? I think it is. I tried to use Adonai's makeup and broke a lipstick. Oh no! Love that smug little face. She's so sweet. I love Sarah. But yeah, she can take a minute when learning the ropes. You're gonna bear it a little longer. Once she does find her footing, she'll have you worried about your job security in no time. Keep it up. I didn't have to do you a favor of hiring her, you know. Favor? Plenty of people out there would kill to work at an up-and-coming bespoke establishment like Bar Kensuke. I think I hear them pounding on the door now. Technically, legally, you didn't hire anyone. I generously agreed to loan you my android during the hours when I have no use for it. These kinds of arrangements aren't uncommon. Androids can, in theory, work 24 hours a day indefinitely. But their users can't. Parents come home from work. People go to sleep, staff take holidays, offices close for the night. The end result is that all that slack is that a lot of androids spend a good portion of their operating time waiting around. So the more enterprising owners loan them out during their downtime, ideally to businesses with complementary working hours. There are plenty of apps and HR software to help arrange it all. But Sarah's apprenticeship wasn't that on the books. After the fallout around David's death settled down. David, that was his name. I'm so sorry. I was like, his name's Zakaya. No, I fucking forgot. I came to realize exactly how shortchanged I was in our paralegal agreement. She's handy for research and rote work, of course, but she barely sleeps, rarely eats, finishes paperwork at lightning speed. This panning slowly over a piece of the currency thing is so good. Yeah, it's really nice. I was spending more time finding shit to keep her busy than I was actually working. And of course, I value my alone time. It was on one of those long walks of mine that I recalled Reinhardt was having trouble getting his bar up and running. Takes a village to keep the world's most advanced android busy. Yeah, alone, whatever. Sarah's the one who clocks in and clocks out, does the work, cleans the bathrooms. She's the employee. If she was an employee, you'd have to cover her benefits. Not in my current income bracket. I checked 3 times. Wait, you're not taking a paycheck, are you? It's not a paycheck. Don't lawyer me on this shit. Sarah can't earn a paycheck. She's not a person. If she walks like a person and talks like a person and works like a person, the Supreme Court disagrees. By 13-0. Yeah, well, Supreme Court's been wrong about that kind of thing before, haven't they? Do I hear a touche? This is true. Sarah, tell boss here what you spend your salary on. Diamante! Oh shit, he's a June baby. Nice. Owner-operator Kintsugi likes libraries, boating, fast learners, dislikes marketing solicitors signing things, collects ancient coins. Ooh. Pet peeve, web pages that take too long to load. Fair. Don't mention speed at which Kintsugi site loads. That's very good. I love it. I have started purchasing cases of wine. What? Wait, that's what those deliveries were? As the wine appreciates, its resale value will increase, especially if I can predict which vintages will be in high demand. Since I don't have a bank account, I can't earn interest in the traditional sense, but if I stay up to date on the sommelier reviews... So you'll resell the wine at a profit, and what'll you do with that money? Stop it, you're making her depressed! Oh no! I did also purchase a cache of sheet music. What? What for? Practice? Oh. You're muttering. Oh, forget it, none of my business. Speaking of business, the place isn't exactly packed. Well, are you volunteering to help with that? Buy more wine. Oh, the little blush. Yeah, I'm practicing. There are lawyer bars, right? Right? Where are all the lawyers going after... Where all the lawyers go after trials? Kintsugi could be a lawyer bar. Hide UI real quick. Sorry, I was just looking at some. Yeah, those lawyer bars are usually close to the courthouse, though. Just don't. Everything's signed and paid. I can't think about what ifs on location anymore. This is the spot that was available, and I need a soda water with all this stress on my stomach. Sarah, 10 bar. What are you... What are you buying, stranger? What are you selling? What are you buying? Stranger. What was that? A fucking Resident Evil 4 reference. Boss has been teaching me his bar-side manner. He says that his clientele expect a certain degree of maturity when they come here. And so you're using a deeper voice? Is it not working? Sorry, but lawyers have to pass the bar and they'll pass by this one too. Aha! Aha! Yes, it's very nice. Please let me know when you're ready to order. Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm sorry. Hold on, I'm just gonna check something real quick. That I felt it shaking. Sorry. Alright, I'm good. Just checking something, all good. Alright, let's look around. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Peruse. It's a well-stocked bar. Got tea and coffee, too, if that's what you're into. Nice ambience, soft lighting, warm on a chill night, and cool on a hot day. All that's left to do is wait for the customers to stream in. Any day now. Any day. Cat? Lucky cat. Oh, look at him. It's a lucky cat. Yeah. Did you... Did you say something, Adonai? No. I suddenly got the strong impression that there was something you wanted to say. Don't know what you're talking about. As you say. Yeah. Sorry for any consequential shaking. Oh, no. No, Guru. Nah, it's my neighbor upstairs, I think, is playing drums or something. I was just like, why is my desk shaking? Rain must have searched for months to find affordable underground real estate that wasn't flooded. Or already filled to the brim with server farms. Putting Sarah on cleaning duty was a good call. If any of the tile in here starts to grime up, could start feeling like a subway station bathroom real fast. Yeah, fair. Make sure I don't miss anything. It looks like we're good. I've had a long day. Should I just go ahead and order a drink? Order up! I think I'm ready to order. Of course! I'll take this, Sarah. Go wipe the tables for a bit. No one has sat at them since I last cleaned them. Then pretend to clean them like a normal employee. Understood. Cute. So funny. What's got you so tense? Take a wild guess. Did Sarah ask for a raise? Be serious, Red. What happened last night? Your information was accurate, for the most part. A pod of mid-level blue bloods had it. Seems like they were told to sit on it. Were they willing to sell? No. Laughed at my price, called me a spoiled Meg, and kicked my butt out the door. You weren't curious where you got your information from? Honestly, no. They rushed me out of there pretty fast once they heard my offer. Were they expecting more company? I got the impression they had work to get back to. Okay. Anything else I should know? No. Anything you want to ask me? How did you two meet? She just popped up. The tables. On my second day, you told me not to over-polish them in order to keep things luffy. Lo-fi. Is it that inappropriate of a question? You've lived in the city for decades, boss, but Adonai didn't move here until she started her apprenticeship at Masters, and if you're gonna tell people my whole life story at every possible opportunity, I'll just shred my resume and start mailing you around instead. How we met, huh? Well, that's starts. I love you, Sarah! Is he not gonna be curious when they turn up dead? He's gonna be very curious. But she'll be like, I had no idea. Guess that man murdered them. I don't know. Not very good. I'll skip to the end and cut to the heart of a relationship, Sarah. I pay Reinhardt's a finder's fee, and he tells me where I can get into high-stakes poker games. It's not a lie. Now you know my terrible secret. Disappointed? It's not illegal to gamble. I don't go on my phone and wager my paycheck stubs on point spreads. I gamble. And since I can't afford the entrance fees for one of these anonymous, masked ball, cult vibe, blimp casinos the rich go to, I count on your boss here to find me tables to play at. Guilty. So you travel to the lower wards to gamble illegally. Truth be told, I've had my suspicions. Seeing you go out at such odd hours without so much as your phone? You gonna turn me in? A customer. A customer. Irashishai. Or Is it more firm? Irashai. Two firm-looking men in finely pressed black suits with shades tinted so dark they must need modded eyes to see from behind them. Despite the subtle color palette, they stand out. It's hard not to in clothes that look that expensive. Clothes with some kind of pin on them. Matching pins. Suit noir. Shade slick. More emphasis on the ra. Irashai. Oh, thank you. Think I just heard the delivery drones bumping around outside, Sarah. Would you check out the back? Your vintages might have arrived. Go on. Please excuse me, then. Afternoon, then, gentlemen. What can I do for you? Mr. Diamani. Pardon us for interrupting in, sorry, blah, blah, blah. Blah, tired. Pardon us for dropping in without first making an appointment. No trouble at all. Still getting the place cleaned up. I'm awfully embarrassed that I failed to realize the property lay within your borders. If you come with me to the back, I'd be happy to settle whatever debt. We look like petty little landlords to you. If you owed us tribute, we'd know it by now. Silhouettes only? They must be feds. My mistake. Well, if you're here for information, I'll gladly wheel and deal. How about you? We're not here to shop, either. We're here looking for Morgan. Well? That name ring any bells, Mr. Diamani? Right. Listen, boys, I'm not sure. Sorry. Had something blaring in my earbud. I'm a Morgan, Esquire specifically. How can I be of a service? I mostly practice criminal defense, but I do offer a few other services. You two look corporate. I can recommend some good workplace attorneys. I've got a business card somewhere. We're not interested in that. Of course not. Well, I'm flattered that you come all the way here to find me. You must have already tried the home office. We can set something up for... You need to come with us now, ma'am. Hey, I thought you said there was nothing I needed to know. Business day's over for me, gentlemen. Can this matter wait until tomorrow? Does it look like it can? Great manners, this one. Time sensitive, then. Ah, gangsters. No. My rate will have to reflect that. Send us the bill. We can afford it. Music to any lawyer's ears. So who is we, then? You think you're funny? Compared to you. Ooh! Morgan! These fine gentlemen are from House Icaria. On occasion, information you went out of your way to collect in previous episodes would unlock new dialogue. Oh! Neat. It pays to stay informed. I'm familiar. You are? I've seen their name in the papers. Plastering their name all over uptown opera houses and homes for the sick or whatever. Well, I didn't recognize that name when those blue bloods were cursing it last night, so maybe that propaganda's working. Doesn't matter how generous they are at the gallows, they're still the richest and most powerful criminal organization in the city. Fucking hell yeah, I love good game design, yeah! Rich and powerful. Why bother with the criminal qualifier? Sorry, might I ask about the nature of this engagement? The situation is developing, Mr. Diamani. We appreciate your patience. That's not what you want to hear. So I gathered. Your presence has been requested at the family estate, ma'am. For business, or... The Icaria are always business. Shall we get you your coat? Such gentlemen! Knew these suits weren't just for show. I can see myself out just fine, though. Adonai? What's going on? Are you going somewhere? That's why they pay me the big bucks. These men are, very athletic. Perhaps I should come with you. If they want to arm wrestle, you'll be the first to know. Call me when you get there, yeah? If I'm actually in danger, I won't even be conscious when I arrive, but I appreciate the thought. I like that the special dialect is a different color. What an amazing euphemism for sketchy gangsters. Athletic. Boss? Who were those men really? New clients for Morgan, really. Hopefully. Hopefully? Yeah, hopefully, because if House Icaria puts on her own retainer, she'll be able to buy you as much wine as you'd like. She's like, ooh! what do you mean by house?
Alright, pay attention. If I'm gonna lecture, might as well try to teach. Start with ice. You want a lot of it, but low surface area, so never use crushed, okay? Starts to melt into the liquor, waters the whole thing down.
Understood.
1.5 ounces of vodka. And what do we look for in a good vodka?
Smoothness.
Correct. It's a mark of quality, making the bitter go down easy. So the nobility. You know what that is?
Historically, the ruling class as enforced through economic or military might and maintained by familial relations.
Juice of a full lime. Look for a little spring and a consistent color across the skin. Nobility, old money, is another word for it. And the older it is, the slower it moves. Never change, Sarah. I know, right? Only so much wealth you could accrue in one lifetime, collecting from serfs and selling horses. But the Industrial Revolution comes along, shows the world what real wealth acquisition looks like. Then you get new money, which always dwarfs old money. Inflation and split inheritances shave away at any generational wealth that's liquid. Now, new money and old money, they don't like each other.
Doesn't new money eventually become old money?
If the old money can help it, no one ever becomes old money. Triple sec, 1 ounce. My family was new money. Tried to make the transition. Join the right clubs, shake the right hands, make the right marriages, laugh at the bad jokes.
Bad jokes can be entertaining in their own right.
Not the kind of bad I'm talking about.
I don't understand.
That's alright, you shouldn't need to know.
But what do you mean your family was new money?
Times changed. About 30 years ago, recession, depression, civil unrest, political upheaval. Most people, they were so scared they could barely think about tomorrow, let alone next year. But a decent man's chaos is a cruel man's investment opportunity. Guru says, I should know, I have all the worst jokes. Oh no, friend. So while everyone else was panic selling off everything they could to buy food and water, a certain type of personality was buying. For pennies on the dollar, as it were. Give me a peel from that lime, as shallow as possible. Any white you see is just bitter. 1 ounce of gin. They were rough years, but they passed. At the end of it all, some were left standing with a lot more than they came in with.
New money?
A new kind of new money. The new nobility. Neobility, if you're writing a think piece. Unabashed oligarchs and devourer barons. When the governments of the world tried to reprivatize the industries they had taken over with emergency powers, they were there to snatch them. And they started at the bottom. Steel, fuel, grain, machine parts, medicine. Here enters House Acadia. Or that's how they exited. They went into the Red Decade as the Acadia Cartel. Drug smugglers and extortionists, thieves and murderers. They came out as one of the richest, most respectable names in the country. Not that they actually stopped doing any of that thieving and murdering, mind you. Put the top on tight and shake.
So they are a crime family, like the mob.
This is the 21st century, kid. It's muddier than that. House Acadia is not literally one family, not even one race or creed. They're simply the strongest criminal organization in the city, on paper.
But not in practice?
Practice is what they're lacking. Haven't had to get their hands dirty, haven't had to maintain a presence in the lower wards for years. They make their profits from investments, blackmail, and more than a little insider trading. So they're criminal, yes, but their muscles atrophied. Time for a taste test. Ugh, that's not right at all. The hell did I forget?
Boss? There must have been other criminal organizations 30 years ago. Others poised to take advantage of the changing times.
Yeah?
So what did the Acadia do to set themselves apart from the rest back then?
Stupid. Most important ingredient.
What was that? I didn't... Child something?
Drop of grenadine.
I wish I knew what that said. Okay. The Lady Maria. Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, this is nothing. We'd use a frosted glass if this was for a customer. Looks like a ruby in the right lighting. If you do end up helping Red work with the Acadia, don't let the warmth of their golden furnishings confuse you. All that glitters is cold. Interesting. Oh, pretty.
Gosh. It was a quiet and uneventful drive in the back of the limousine. The privacy, at least, was nice. But with Abbott and Costello riding in the front, I had no way of getting information out of them, not even passively. So instead, I spent the whole ride trying to play out the different ways that this could go. I haven't liked any of them so far. I suppose I should have felt relief or gratitude when we pulled up outside an imposing skyscraper instead of an alley. I suppose it's a good sign that no one's put a bag over my head or stuck a needle in my neck. But I don't feel like celebrating. I love this rating. The timing with the bloodstain blocking the word and him adding the drop of grenadine. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, it was really good. But for all I know, they really don't have a clue about what I did in the lower wards last night. But for some reason, they've placed their attention on me. And there's little I hate more than unwanted advances. I'm also not a fan of being made to wait. Why am I just sitting out here? In here? We were too late. Only by a few minutes. He filled the time slot. Already? Then we've got no chance of... Maybe if his other meeting went well? Are we on hold, gentlemen? In the world's most expensive waiting room? Quiet. I take it he's glaring at me behind these lenses, but I'm more interested in that sweat glistening on his forehead. Somehow, of the three of us, I'm the most relaxed. This is becoming embarrassing. Can I at least take in the view while we're here? You could take photos if you like, so long as you're quiet. Really? No, your phone won't work in here. Go figure. Okay. Let's take a look around. If I weren't hyper aware of the flickering sky hanging over my head, this could make for a lovely watering hole. But those probably aren't even real fish down there. Literal children are capable of keeping goldfish alive, so of course the 0.1%ers can't manage it. Maybe they'd spin it. When their pallid bodies float to the top because some idiot raised the water temperature 2 degrees, they'd certainly be easy to scoop out. If you're an impatient, undignified idiot, you could argue that it's an efficient way to fish. Is it trying too hard to look unconcerned if I sit down and start reading the news? Maybe. But my boredom outweighs my apprehension at the moment. Not my fault that they failed to be sufficiently intimidating. PSS Proposition City ahead of next month's convention. Next month, the city will play host to one of the most competitive political conventions in recent memory, with Senator Mathings expected to face significant opposition from party outliers before securing his nomination. Too bad they didn't give you a fishing minigame. Oh, I would have loved it. Okay. Oh, sorry. But while the broader nation eagerly anticipates the oncoming political circus, city officials are already under fire for a supposed lack of sufficient convention security. Oh, shit. The city has already approved a record high monthly budget for the police department, including fully unrestricted overtime for officers of all ranks. Oh, but a coalition of private security services, including White Adder, Fang, and Demico, has released a press statement urging City Council to consider contracting their services ahead of the convention. Oh, okay. Heartbreak was bad enough. Now we're hearing that cops are dying in the lower wards. When are city officials going to say enough is enough? Said DeMillo, head of press relations Arthur Gall. Sorry, I keep thinking that's DeMillo, but it's Demico. We have the utmost respect for all first responders. None of us are blaming the hard-working police for these failures. How could they succeed when political insiders insist that they try to apprehend criminals with one hand tied behind their back? Our contracted forces have world-class training in crowd pacification, preemptive de-escalation and enhanced interrogation tactics, and any of the subhuman scum who empathize with anarchists won't dare to leave their mother's basements once we can get our boots on the ground. That's a guarantee. Jesus. City Council declined to comment when we reached out to them to ask whether they would be issuing a request for proposals on such services. The total city population is expected to swell next month as the national political spotlight draws lobbyists, delegates, political action committees, and voters in ahead of the 2-week-long process. Most of the community members we spoke to expressed optimism about the increase in economic activity and tourism the convention is expected to bring. But some, who refused to give us their permission to publish their identifying info, rudely and loudly voiced their criticism. 2 weeks for a convention when the nominee was decided 2 years ago? It's a joke and we're the punchline. Footing the bill to pay cops to stand around outside parties full of thousands of do-nothing staffers and campaign managers? This article is presented to you advertiser-free thanks to the contributions of our generous donors, including Daniel Mass of the Daniel Mass Foundation, Rebecca E. Jones of the Rebecca E. Jones Foundation, Jessica and Ronald McGill of the McGill Foundation for the Arts and Sciences, the Rockford Fund for Public Broadcasting, and readers like you. Thank you. Please sign in to read the rest. I suppose it's less offensive than a bare advertisement or a paywall, but why list your donors mid-article? Well, it does make my eyes glaze over. Whatever, I got the important part. The city is hosting that convention next month, putting pressure on the council to vote on hiring mercenaries. Whether or not to bring in private security contractors on top of the massive policing budget. Makes little difference to me. Cops and mercs have different quirks, but they all share the same blind spots. I'll be just fine. How the average law-abiding citizen will put up with them clogging the streets for 2 weeks, though. I don't like I'll be the least popular political decision made next month. Everyone knows Mathings will be the candidate that was decided years ago. The contested convention will just be him finding a balance between how much public opposition he's willing to stomach, against how many favors he feels like giving out. This country's already a circus without any bread. You'd think the least they could do is make their performances entertaining. What was that in the article about cops dying in the lower wards anyway? Pretty heavy-handed just make up that kind of thing, even when pearl-clutching and pitching yourself at the same time. Indeed. They should do a gag with a fishing minigame, PH. That would be pretty great. Ha ha ha. Let's see what else we got. Oh. Ah. The sky. Admire. Well, the fake sky. The illusion isn't unimpressive, I guess. Windows into the heavens, sparkling like raindrops across a puddle. Might even be appealing if it wasn't trying to be something it's not. You look up and see hexagons above you in the lower wards, too. Rich or poor, people just can't imagine themselves under an open sky anymore. Not even in their wildest dreams. Well, I've looked around at everything that caught my eye, and now I'm all out of ideas. Guru says, also, I hate/love how accurate the writing is on how depressing society is. It's very realistic, unfortunately. Excuse me. Drink time. Everything except... Maybe they don't know we're here. I'm gonna try knocking. What are you? Hey! Oh my god! They're like, no! Don't interrupt! He has a meeting! Before I get the chance, creaking oak draws my attention to an alternate entrance on the other side of the water. Yeah. Hello? Ah, my eyes. Oh, hello. Oh, the boss man. Okay. Hi. Stop staring and get a move on. That's the kind of man walking out of this place. Who's waiting for me inside? Oh, not boss man? Oh, no. Ikaria Tower. Residential floors. Grand... Oh! Oh! Fireball! Hello! Oh, thank you so much for the raid. Oh, I appreciate that. How are you doing? It's been a bit. Oh! Oh my goodness, Gravy. What were you playing? Guru, would you mind giving a shout out to Fireball, please? That would be lovely if you're still around. Hi, hello. I hope your stream went well, my friend. Ooh, you're playing Magic the Gathering. Very nice. Fireball stream is a chill spot for casual gaming, LGBTQ plus friendly vibes, and a sprinkle of neurodivergent magic. They're on a quest for mythic in Magic the Gathering, but not without detours into other games and the occasional Mushy Peace Day. What? Expect song requests, random game choices, and a healthy dose of confidence with 0 clues. Aww. It's nice to see you, my friend. I hope you're well. Oh god, what was the Mushy Peas stream? I need to know, because that sounds gross. You're well? I'm glad to hear that. I'm pretty good. It was indeed gross. Oh, I'm actually getting over a cold right now, so you might hear me coughing occasionally. I think I got that cold that's been going around and sticking with people for a while, so yay! But I'm at the end. Well, I say I'm at the end of it. I'm still coughing, but whatever. It's fine. Yuck! Yeah, indeed. Yeah. But I'm over the worst of it, luckily. It's probably why I sound a little bit nasally, because I got a little bit of congestion, but not a whole lot. I'm glad you're enjoying Stream Guru. I'm glad I could bring some light into your life right now. How did Magic the Gathering go? Were you playing against anyone, or just like playing against NPCs, CPUs? Pomp and circumstance, ceremony and ritual. I sound fine? Okay, good. I think I sound nasally. I also need to adjust my microphone settings because they're not really where I want them to be, but I'll probably adjust them. I don't know, sometime soon in the next couple weeks. I need to sit down with Aries and figure it out. I used to like I looked at my old VODs a while ago and I was like, wow, my mic sounded great. What did I do to change it? Your favorite format is online for Magic the Gathering, says Fireball. Nice. You played that. Very fun. Went about 50-50. Okay, fair enough. Aries and I actually recently bought some MTG decks. We bought the raccoon. Man, I'm not gonna remember the name of it. The Bloomborough, Bellow? Bellow. We bought the Bellows. We got the Bellow deck. He's a what, make trash, do smash, something like that. The other way around. Do smash, make. I can't.
Make trash, do smash.
Make trash, do smash. There we go. We got that, and then we also bought a. Remind me about the Toth box. That's not a draft. It's a
Pre-release box.
pre-release box. Thank you.
And also Miss Bumbleflower.
What?
And also Miss Bumbleflower.
Oh yeah, we did buy Miss Bumbleflower. I forgot about that. Sorry, we also bought the Miss Bumbleflower deck. Oh, Fireball says hi, Aries. I guess they can hear you. Fireball. What?
Are you playing arena or online?
Did you? If you heard that, Fireball, feel free to answer. And if you didn't hear it, I can repeat it. The only one you didn't hear it. Okay, it was probably a little quiet. Oh, wait a minute. I could fucking answer that. Arena or online was your question? So,
Magic the Gathering Arena or MTG online?
oh, MTG Arena, he says. Yeah. Yerp.
Not a hipster.
My favorite format, says Guru, is not playing because Magic is hard and expensive.
Arena's cheap. Arena's free if you don't do money for it.
If you don't do money, I usually play Vintage Cube on MT Go, so same things as Fireball.
They are a hipster.
Oh, I love it. Powered Cube. Nice. Heck yeah. Below deck?
I'm
Bello.
not smart enough for Power Cube.
You're not smart enough for Power Cube?
I
Oh,
am
so Aries? Oh no. I don't know what Power Cube is. I'm a little. You know what? What is that? What is Powered Cube? It's free and hard, so no thank you, says Guru. Money.
It's like the extremely powerful, expensive cards.
Oh, cool. It's like big,
And you
valuable
draft
cards.
from that.
Whoa, fun.
Yeah.
Fireball says I'm not smart enough for anything, but it's fun. Oh, God. Don't sell yourself short, my friend. It's not free if I have to spend time on it, says Core One. You know what? That's fair. But you're spending time having fun. Playing a game, aren't we? For some reason, I thought that the Mafia, of all people, would be a little more efficient in their execution. Excuse me. A little more honest about what they are. Evidently not. Artifice with every glance. Yeah, this is, like, extravagant. And very much like, hey, this is fucking the Yakuza. Costumes and makeup abound. Is this disappointment? Get that good hydration. You know what? I'm gonna finish off my drink right now. It's a good plan. Okay, I didn't finish my drink, but I took a big gulp. Is this disappointment? Drink something for your throat. Thank you, Corwin. That even here in the supposed bowels of the underworld, there's no escaping the etiquette of it all? She's the one? Oh my god. They all have funky glasses and gradient ties. Except one woman who's got a cool phone. That's how you get into the Yakuza. You just have to have cool ties and or a cell phone. That's very orange. She's the one? Doesn't look like much. Peons. Suddenly their posture stiffens even further. A true feat. Their necks suddenly turn to a pair of doors in the back, each of them attuned to some signal I'm not receiving. Be still. The young master returns. Oh? Who's it gonna be? Oh! Wait. Is someone new? Wait. Huh. She looks cool. She looks like I know them. They look very familiar. Maybe it's just a similar design style. Hey, they look cool. She's a little kid. Maybe a teen. I don't know. You're late. Hold on. Wait. Young master, sir, wait. Oh, sorry. I said she. My apologies. My apologies. It is well, you know what? They said that anyone could be a master. I don't actually know. Hold on. Everyone slow down. We came as soon as we found her, sir. Oh, sir. Okay. It is he. Traffic was... This is just some sass... Oh! Oh my god. They made a One Punch Man reference. Who was the sassy lost child? He was in the trailer. Oh, okay. Maybe that's why I'm remembering him. I did watch the trailer like a few times, so that's phenomenal. Silence. Yes, sir. What time are you told to return by? 4 o'clock, sir. And what time is it now? Permission to check my phone? You're late. You were tasked with finding one woman and bringing her here in a timely manner. Sir, You'll speak when I tell you to, and not one word further, or else I'll have your teeth removed by way of curbside. Ooh. Is this a prank? Am I being recorded? Am I being punked? He who wishes to fight must first count the cost. So says Sun Tzu. Please let this be a prank. And I don't think you can fathom the cost of your tardiness has incurred. If the lead up to my execution is some kid reading from Art of War, I might just... What is the #1 rule in this family? Timeliness, sir. When money gets wasted, it can't be replaced. But time only goes one way. It's always running out. The loss is permanent. Every second wasted is a scar on this house's face. Timelessness is next to godliness. So say I. Oh my god. Oh god. So if you two ever waste my time, the house's time again, expect to be dragged through hell. I'm already there. Morgan's like, get me the fuck out of here. A forehead? Now both of you get out. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Useless. You, red woman, you're being addressed. Forget pride. I just want this over with as fast as possible. You're the lawyer, correct? You may answer. Oh my god! Oh, this cringy child! This fucking sassy lost child. As fast as possible. I am a lawyer. Morgan, criminal defense. Mr... How should I address you? As all outsiders do, by my name. Makoto, of House Ikaria. You, Morgan, criminal You, Morgan, criminal defense, have the great honor of being summoned before me. Don't bother bowing. Once you start, you'll end up prostrated all day and we'll have important work to do. Oh my god. Right. Out of an abundance of respect for your time, Makoto, I should let you know that I still have no idea what I'm doing here. Oh. I'll have them kneel on a bed of nails later or some such thing. Mrs. Doom. I can't believe he thinks that's her name. Mrs. Really? The house has need of your legal services. This twerp! Oh my god, seriously. Oh. Would you give me a moment to clear my throat? I need to switch gears. One instant. Right then, so you want to hire me. One of our own is being slandered by multiple homicide charges. You will defend him. You want to hire me, and I'm flattered, Makoto, but did you pull my name out of a hat? Pick a random page in the phone book? Hello! Hi, Mochi! How was Final Fantasy IX? I'm sorry I didn't catch the last half of it. Dinner took a fuck of a long time, and then I was dealing with internet issues, and then I was streaming. Okay, sorry, I was in criminal mode. Switching to lawyer mode. It was good, no worries. All good, okay, good. I'm hoping you were able to level up Garnet. So she wasn't fucking being one-shotted constantly. I have many books on my phone. Also, this kid's a little bitch. On the right, oh my god, we just met him. He sucks. He's the head of a fucking Yakuza family, and he's just an entitled piece of shit. I have many books on my phone, libraries full of esoteric knowledge spread across countless tomes. You will have to be more specific. Sorry, I misspoke. What I mean is, this is House Ikaria. You must keep a small army of lawyers on retainer. Surely any one of them would be happy to help you. True, we have lawyers. Competent ones, expensive ones, and some who are both. Oh my god. But the best of them are all preoccupied. That's it? They're all just preoccupied? Preoccupied means busy. Oh my god! This fucking kid! Gotta murder him! Yeah, she stopped dying. Oh, good. I'm good. I'm glad, Mochi. Oh, God. I forgot. Thank you for getting the SO. I appreciate that, Guru. Mochi Chaos is a chaotic VTuber who keeps things spicy. One moment they're cozy, the next they're spoopy, and most of the time, absolute chaos. They're all about fun times for everyone. Well, maybe not everyone. Oh, expect a wild ride filled with games, laughs, maybe a little bit of chaos. I totally missed that. I did see you did the redeem before Fireball. My bad. Yes. You know how to pronounce it, but for old time's sake, it is Akumi. Akumi. No. You know, I was recently called Cammy the other day, which, like, I haven't been called Cammy for a long time. Like, it doesn't even register to me that some people read my name as E-Cammy, like, as in, like, internet Cammy, E-Cammy, right? Like, I'm like, what do you, like, do you think Cammy is short form for something? I mean, is K-A-M-Y? Is that, like, a short form for a name? Anyway, it's not bad. It's fine. I don't mind it, but it's just amusing. E-Cammy. C-Cammy. Cammy? Yeah, but with a K, right? Like Cammy I've heard with, like, as a nickname with a C. Oh, my phone's going off. Where the fuck's my phone? Hold on. Sorry, it's so loud. There we go. Oh, you're the online Street Fighter character, Akumi. Most people have amazing pronunciations, yes. You're a big Toyota fan and you spelled E-Camry? That's really dumb. I love it. One of the reasons I switched her name for Mochi Lattes. Nah, that's fair. That's very fair. Yeah, I remember so often when we would raid and people would be like, oh, Mochi Lates, or Moki Lates, Moki Lattes. And I was like, what? Mookie Spooky. I like my name too much to really change it, but it's just funny. Mocha lattes? Oh, all the time. I remember that. Thanks. But I'm still not sure how my name specifically was. Do you have a customer survey you want filled out, Miss Dufens? Oh my god. You were recommended. What does it matter how it came about? You were recommended? By who? Wait. So there's only 2 people in that room. No, not 2 people. There was a bunch of people. So recommended. The guy who we left alive, did he somehow know who we were? That can't be right. Because he was left alive, presumably. But he was a Kadia. I think he was in the gang. In the Yakuza. I will live with people calling me Furball forever. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Oh no. I love the idea. I honestly really love the name Mochilachi Suskuru, but I can see it as being annoying. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah. The only winning move is not to play. Thank you for putting that. I didn't realize. I'm wondering if Morgan's mentor has had dealings with Ikaria. Maybe. Yeah, there's gotta be... It's gotta be outside that group. Part of me really wants, like, one of the people, like... Maybe it was, like, someone connected to some of the people who died that night. I don't know. And they're, like, trying to rope her in for, like, revenge. To, like, maybe she'll... I don't know. I'm so interested. Who's recommending her? Normally it wouldn't matter. And it's too soon to connect. Yeah, well, maybe it's not too soon, but it's pretty soon to be connected to yesterday's events. So yeah, or Akari is playing a deep game instead of just hauling her in. Yeah. But when the client I'm recommended to is one of the richest, most well-connected families in the country, it gives me pause. I don't have any friends in high places. Not anymore. That makes it hard to see this as a favor. Not when my employer doesn't even know my goddamn name. Of course. My apologies. No doubt you have other questions. Very well. I'll permit you to ask them. Such a gentleman. Tell me about your house. If I wasn't brought here just because of what happened last night, then this is just another job. Meaning all of this, starting back at the bar, this has all been just their idea of a power move. Thank you for insisting that I get to visit your estate in person. It's beautiful here. An oasis of old world sensibility amidst a desert of steel and neon eyesores, is what the house elders say. I've never seen anything like it. It matches your family's reputation for class. My family's reputation is power, not class. I'd take it a step further and guess you're renowned for violence rather than power. But that's a moot point. Violence can be classy. And from how this house is talked about in the headlines I read on the drive over, the nature of your family's reputation seems to vary greatly depending on who you ask. Some think you've got half the gangs in the city under your control. Others think you've left all that behind and are no worse than any other corporate family. Are you expecting me to ask you what you think? Guru says, I wish there was a secret option where instead of asking a question, you just walk out of the room. Oh my god, please. Anything to get away from this child. What I think is that I'll need some basic information if I'm to adequately defend your interests. We're financiers. You don't say. Lending, investing, taking over, buying out. The Yucaria Financial Group was founded nearly 2 centuries ago. Loaning funds is high risk and high reward, but as you can see, our results speak for themselves. Oh, we've got lots of... Okay, so the articles are the ones I've already read. Profiles. Makoto. Such impudence. Occupation. Heir apparent unemployed. Student. Biography. Shogi. Amber. Dislikes. Tardiness. Tarnish. Group assignments. Favorite figures. Saladin. Sun Tzu. Hannibal. Favorite phrase. Vivictus. Lit woe to the conqueror. Relaxes by building and painting models. Okay. Harry Financial Group is a private investment company and one of the nation's most exclusive asset managers of 2086. That anyone should be accessible, investing should be accessible to anyone, and that's best accomplished by tailoring their investment portfolios to their specific needs. Interested in working with us? Let's get you started on your profile. Blah blah blah. Okay. New ability. New money? Yeah. Oh. Loaning funds is high risk. Karia Financial Group. Fancy way of saying they got their start as mobster loan sharks. It's not impossible to get this rich with loan sharking alone, but such unsavory work wouldn't get them into the ballrooms and boardrooms tiers of society. You gotta rip people off with mortgages to do that. Is lending the house's only income stream? No. Through Aurea, our holding company, the house controls any number of what a civilian like you might call legitimate enterprises. And yes, we did found the Renegan Pharmaceutical Corporation, and what's past is prologue. Oh, I actually kind of like that. Renogen? They're a drug company, one of the biggest. You're saying you've no relation to Renogen presently? The company went public years ago, and Arya divested our shares not long after. We were given one seat on the board as a formality, and that's the extent of it. Has to be a Makoto in every JRPG ever created. Always a Makoto. Yeah, Makoto's a very popular name. Given, a family like this only takes. Why is he suddenly so humble? He doesn't know the meaning of the word. He's downplaying their pull within Renogen. Let's learn about Renogen. Renogen is a global leader in pharmaceutical research, development, and distribution, a company that puts your health before any other concern. Our groundbreaking research into combating modern medical challenges has helped millions live happy, healthy lives, and we're proud to keep fighting that fight as we pursue our corporate goals. Put our medicine in the cabinet of every home, improve patients' lives and their communities, minimize our environmental footprint through sustainable ventures, operate with dignity and pride in our ethics, deliver consistent, steady growth to our investors. Shortly after our founding, our researchers developed metformin, the first orally ingested treatment for type 2 abnormal diabetes, freeing millions of adolescents suffering from its effects from being subjected to painful injections. Since then, we've gone on to improve on our formulation, and that constant dedication to perfecting our medicines has made us a national leader in pharmaceutical biosimilars. We're obsessed with perfection and driven by purpose. We'll never stop searching for what the next step in the evolution of what it means to be healthy. Okay. Metformin is a great fake name for a drug. Oh, I know, right? Then the house must have a reason to want to distance himself from the company. Well, from reading that, the company seems like they're trying to take the moral high ground, which this family doesn't sound like it is. You're being very modest, Makoto. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for the lurk. And more than a little vague. It's only polite. It's unnecessary talking to your lawyer. You aren't my lawyer, Mrs. Dufenz, but you will be working for me. So you'll have to become accustomed to putting your needs second. He's deflecting, as if he's trying to be subtle about it, but he's not doing it well. I doubt it's possible a company with as big a boot heel as Renogen has no relation to anything that happens in this city, but I'll drop it for now. I'm in no rush to wade into boardroom politics again anytime soon. Alright, talk about you. I'd like to know a little bit more about you, actually. How long have you... I am the only son of Rafael Icaria and the only grandson of Daisuke Icaria, CEO of the Icaria Financial Group, patriarch of this family, and chairman of the house. I gather that those titles are all one and the same. As one destined to succeed the headship, commanding the family's servants is my responsibility and my birthright. So if one of them needs a lawyer, it falls to you. When our loyal men, women, or their families need help, it is my solemn duty to ensure that they are taken care of. And your age? What a boorish question. I knew that peasants raised outside our stratus had little understanding of the finer things, but I assumed that one with a law degree would be educated enough to know what is and isn't appropriate to discuss. Just because I'm younger than some does not mean I am any less capable of managing the people who work for me. Does it, men? Sir, no, sir! You definitely command their respect. That is no coincidence. One of the most frequently noted characteristics of great men who have remained great is loyalty to their subordinates. So says George S. Patton. That's so interesting. This is an important point. Perhaps another quote is called for. I don't think that's necessary. I'll grant you another. Oh, no. If soldiers are punished before they have grown attached to you, they will not prove submissive. And unless submissive, then will be practically useless. So says Sun Tzu. Back to back. Yes, a second quotation was called for in this instant. Oh my god. If only to emphasize to you that no one stays useless to House Icaria for very long. One way or another. Okay, the manner. I'll admit, I was a little taken aback to step off an elevator and into your enclosure out there. Judy's just obsessed with military leaders of the past. Oh yeah. The gardens? Yes, our groundskeepers work hard on them. Yeah, does the illusion of the sky come from a live recording or of somewhere else? Or is it generated programmatically? That'd take quite the equation. It is impressive, yes. As for how it works, I don't have the technical minutiae in front of me at the moment. That's okay. Of course it is. A lion does not concern himself with the exterior decorations of the sheep. It's your exterior and your decorations. What does it matter anyway? If you want the specifics so badly, I'll have one of the servants put you in contact with the contracting firm. That's all right. Something tells me the consultation alone would break my bank account. The black suits. I do appreciate the warm welcome, Makoto of House Ikaria, really. But legal consultations are usually more private than this. Are we certain we need the peanut gallery? Let it not be said that House Ikaria is not accommodating of its guests. We're more than capable of compensating for this. Nut. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're more than capable of compensating for this nut allergy you allude to. That's so sweet of you. But do all these guards really need to be present for this conversation? If you're referring to the additional security, it can't be helped, circumstances being what they are. Circumstances. But if you're referring to my retainers in general, then I suggest you step back into the garden and take a deep breath. Clearly the city's fumes do not agree with your constitution. You must be lightheaded if you think that you're worthy to hold a one-on-one audience with the next head of this illustrious house. He's a prodigy to be this insufferable at such a young age. Oh my god. Thank you for indulging my curiosity so graciously, Makoto. Conquer the stingy through generosity. So says Buddha. Correct. Your education is not quite as deficient as I feared. Oh my god. But I should make clear that in this case I was using the quote to subtly imply that you are stingy with your own graciousness. Got it? Yep. Shall we move on? I believe you mentioned a homicide. Hey, not a military leader. Yeah. Multiple homicides. Tell me more. My head of security was arrested by the police last night in the lower Oop. Oop. Oh no. He was the head of security? Oh no. Uh-oh. They found him brutally beaten, drugged, and tortured. And instead of bringing him straight to a hospital, they arrested him for murder. Yeah. He's been framed, and you must prove his innocence. Ah! Oh no! Oh no! What a great shot that is. The little sketchy look. I love it. Innocent. Chef's kiss. Is there something wrong with your voice? Is this that peanut allergy you mentioned? No, I just lost my train of thought for a second there. I'm not used to my luck changing this fast. One of the richest families in the city wants to pay me to prove a man's innocence of a crime I framed him for? Right then, might I ask why he was found in lower wards? I get the impression that Ikaria territory is generally positioned more vertically. Sorry, I took a sip. Dun dun dun! This whole city is our territory, but it's true that our presence is felt more strongly in some areas than others. They captured him early yesterday. He was ambushed by cowards and dragged down to that stain of a neighborhood to be tortured senselessly. Well, he was tortured, I can attest to that much. But I don't believe in senseless violence. There's always a purpose, and it's usually staring you in the face. People just don't like making eye contact. That's actually a really good line. It's staring you in the face, people just don't like making eye contact. Do you have any idea why he was taken, or by whom? It was the Blue Bloods. They made no effort to hide it. In a worthy opponent, I might call that commendable, but knowing them, they're just too stupid to value deniability. I'm sure there's no love lost between your groups, but kidnapping and torturing is beyond the pale, I agree. And the police are even worse. I expected no help from those incompetent fools, but these charges they're making, they're utterly ridiculous. Of course they are. But to think they want to pin 5 murders on him. Wait, 5? Were there 5 people? Tanks, Miller, Creek, Trey. Who's the 5th? There was only 4 people. Huh? 5? Did you say 5? Yes, 5. It's absurd. I can only take credit for 4 bodies. Acting so high and mighty, so affronted, so eager to blame us for the death of one of their officers. Gun, knife, sword. Isn't it 4? It's 4 for her, but there was a 5th body found. That we didn't see, I guess. A dead cop? Is this what those mercs were advertising themselves with? What do you mean one of their officers? Was there a UC or? No, they've made the ridiculous claim that he killed some uniform while resisting arrest. A cop. Huh. As if a member of our house would fear prison. I should never have dared to think I got lucky here. These circumstances sound very complex, Makoto, and the police take the death of one of their own very seriously. What makes you so certain of this man's innocence? Because this man's name is Sosuke Ikaria. Yeah, because he said wait, is he directly... Oh, no, is he... Oh... So he's of the family. When he said Ikaria, I thought he was just like saying, I'm of the gang. I mean, then again, there must have been a reason why they took him and tortured him, right? Oh boy. The Hound. Yeah, okay. I've known him all my life. All 3 or 4 years. Damn, Morgan, okay. All 3 or 4 years of it. There is no individual more honorable, more devoted, more trustworthy, and not once have I ever known him to be... violent? Impulsive. Morgan's got sass. He didn't do this. I know he didn't do this. But proving that is your job. About that. I haven't actually accepted the job yet, Makoto. But you will. If for no other reason than because we shall pay you. More than you customarily receive for a contract. Considerably more. Not everything's a question of money. Yes, your meaning is taken. It needn't be silver and gold. You'll have no complaints with your compensation. The favor of House Ikaria can go a long way in this city. As can our wrath. I don't appreciate being threatened. I don't find it funny, even coming from a kid. However, if the state thinks whoever killed those 4 blue bloods also killed a cop, I can't afford to sit this hand out. They'll go over every centimeter of that building. One wrong move, one hair out of place. If I lose here, I lose, period. But if I win, throwing in a Ikaria-sized wallet in the pot beforehand is all upside. I understand, Makoto of House Ikaria. I'll take Sosuke's case. You say that as if it were ever in doubt. A true prodigy. But he might be right. Maybe it never was. I chose to put that gun into this Sosuke's hands when I could have just plunged that knife into his temple. Maybe the line drawn from that moment to the razor's edge I'm walking right now is perfectly straight. A line drawn from one point to another is always perfectly straight. A better metaphor would be a bullet's trajectory. For all the talk of wind resistance and breathing patterns and the Coriolis effect and chaos theory, you can't exactly act surprised when your shot lands right where the crosshairs were pointing. Interesting. Morgan's my last name, by the way, before you start writing any checks. You! You should have enunciated! Alright. Can I save here? I can't. I'll save. Right here. Because it looks like this is going to be another chapter, so... Oh, and it's already almost 10:30, so I have to get ready for bed. So I gotta wake up and stream in the morning. I'm going to be streaming at 8 a.m. Well, color me intrigued, indeed. Maybe after you've moved, you can have some time to play it. Changes all business cards to Dufens! Miss Criminal Dufens. Oh my god. Phenomenal. Alright. I'm gonna go to a stream ended, I think. Criminal Dufens. Amazing. Thank you for everyone for hanging out. This was so fun. This series continues to just be so good. Like, oh, every episode is just so much fun. And so interesting. Ooh. Okay. Let's see who we can raid. Maybe there's someone who's live right now. Let's see. Let me see. Ooh, we got a few people actually. Let's see. Oh, game's done quick. Ooh, which game are they playing? What game is GDQ playing? What game? Hold on. I also am looking at a few other people. Oh, Queen of Time! Oh, fuck! I gotta watch that later. Okay. Minish Cap Rando, my friend El Raedris is doing that. But you know what? Fuck it. Let's do GDQ. Why not? Why not? I love GDQ. / raid. Games done quick. And they're playing one of my favorite games. That's fun. As a reminder, as a heads up, it is a follower or subscribe only chat. I think it's subscribe only chat, but you can definitely follow GDQ. They're doing some great streams today for charity, and I believe they are, in this specific instance, they are benefiting the Prevent Cancer Foundation. They do good work. Oh, they're playing with Jorah's Mask! Exciting! Okay, cool. We're gonna go raid them. I probably will not post raid messages, only because I don't expect everyone to be a subscriber to Games Done Quick, but if we want to just give them a little raid, you want to hang around, watch someone speed run a cool game, and for charity, then fuck yeah. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow, as I said, 8 a.m. I'm going to be playing some demos. Probably only going to go to like 10:30 or 11 maybe. We'll see, depends. But that's the plan, and then I'll figure out what the heck I'm doing next week, assuming my internet is not being a jerk. Anyway, thanks everyone, and I wish you all a rad upcoming weekend ahead. Goodbye, friends!